Superdimensional Internet Cafe. This video is purely for entertainment and does not infringe on copyrights or laws. The rights to the novel and image belong to the original author. We do not claim ownership. Don't like waiting and want to listen to this fanfic in full now? Subscribe to our Patreon, where you'll find the best fanfics. Chapter 201. Really cute new slime Pikachu. Wait, let's just go back to the internet cafe. Mr. Leader, just when Chen was about to go back with Luo, Merlin thought of something and shouted quickly, "Then what do you want?" Chen chuckled and asked, "What should be killed is killed. What should be suppressed is suppressed. The situation on the interstellar side, there is currently no cosmic fleet to understand, so what else can be done? Don't the leader of the team plan to rescue the people of this world?" Merlin reminded, "Oh, you want to release the noble phantasm." Chen suddenly understood what Merlin wanted to do. This guy's an orderly and kind-hearted faction. Seeing that the world is facing such a catastrophe, naturally he will not stand idly by. Chen, Luozi, and Laozi wanted to protect China, and they didn't care about the lives of the others. Reverse Aoi and Saitama simply, because of a sense of justice, they are fine to crusade monsters, but not to rescue them. Although Merlin didn't want to be the savior, he was the mentor who cultivated the savior hero like the King of Knights. Of course, he didn't want to leave everyone in the Western world behind. 077. But Merlin also knew that Chen was unlikely to control the Western world, so he could only put a noble phantasm covering the planet. It was his catchphrase. Dalian has Avalon and Merlin. It's amazing. The real name is the ideal of eternal closure. It can be used as a magic to create space and protect one's own people. And it can also be used as a magic to heal and restore energy in a large range. Under this magic, as long as there is one breath left, it can be saved. However, Merlin's super large scale recovery magic could not cover the planet and save the life of a planet. Therefore, Chen's divine assistance is needed. This is part of the power of life's control in my Pluton divinity, lent to you for the time being. Chen flicked a light ball with his fingers and lent his divine power to Merlin. "I miss the leader," Merlin said in surprise. With Chen's divine power, he can pretend to be a coward. "No need to thank you. From now on you will be the patron saint of the 4th generation of the Dream Sect of the 4th Order of the Ultra-Dimensional Sect, Merlin 4th. Remember to hang this name when you go out." After Chen finished speaking, he returned to the Super Dimension Internet Cafe with Luo Liang, Nihui, Saitama and Laozi, the patron saint 4th. Merlin was a little speechless. He was obviously the first, so why was he called Merlin? Where did 1, 2, and 3 come from? However, God of Destruction 3 is Kakarot. Can Merlin be called Patronus I? The difference is so big. The strength has not reached the level of Saitama and Izai, and is not qualified to use the title of the 3rd generation, or above. This is the rule set in Chen's heart. In the future super dimensional internet cafes and strong people who are interested in registering and pretending to be in his main world must abide by it. Super Dimension Internet Cafe. When Chen and others returned to the Internet Cafe, they found that Aqua, Eris, Athena, and Acids had not returned, so they asked, "Where are Aqua and the others?" The one who answered Chen was the bundle of Xiaozi, Qinjiang. Aqua and the others are busy resurrecting those innocent people. Under their resurrection technique, the death rate of Shenzhou is very small, and Merlin has just used a wide range of healing magic. This time the casualties have been greatly reduced. "Captain, you have become a savior once." "Oh, it's fine." Nazar Shizi, eyeing Lily, and Mei Senpei in the future. Chen looked at the internet cafe, and it seemed that apart from Xiaozi and Urza, there were almost no girls, not even Yan Lingji. What was the situation? "It's not because of the 2 cute newcomers. They are all watching." Chen source. Xiaozi said. Mengxin? Sure enough, Mengxin is here, but what is there to watch on Mengxin? Chen doesn't think everyone is the same person. "Master Chief, you forgot. Women like cute animals." At this time, Kurama shouted with some resentment. "Why do you look like a resentful woman?" Chen smiled when he saw Kurama, who looked like a resentful woman. Kurama has rarely appeared recently, so it is estimated that Uzumaki Naruto is about to give birth. because Liu Huajiang and Xia Shizi said just now that he was not cute at all. They scared the two new ones and then said he was autistic. Xia Shizi said, "I'm really sorry for not being cute," Kurama said in dismay. Kurama is not cute, but she was very cute when she was a child. Chen couldn't help laughing and laughing. The girls really didn't have the eyesight. You said that when you were a child. Look at you and him. Now he looks so vicious. The girls ran away when they saw him, not to mention the small animals. Xia Shizi snorted. I was also a little dissatisfied with Kurama, mainly because she said just now that she would study a set of tail beast mechas for Kurama, but he refused to cooperate. After all, she didn't know that tail beasts hated being tested or researched, which would make it appear that they had no human rights. Forget it, I'll go back to Jinkricky's belly for a while. Hearing this, Kurama was hit even harder and went offline in a flash. Chen didn't stop Kurama. Recently Kurama wanted to embank Uchiha Obito. He didn't want Namake's Minato and his wife to die. He wanted to change the fate of Uzumaki Naruto. Then I'm also offline. Orochimaru watched the memory video, and his target was Uzumaki Naruto. After careful consideration, he decided to save 4th Hokage, because if his future disciples knew that he was desperate for 4th Hokage at the beginning, the master and the disciples would not be saved. Relationships can create gaps. Let's go. Chen nodded, and now he had to settle the quest, so he didn't leave Orochimaru. Master Team Leader, my task, the reward. At this time, the Marquis of Vauban asked, licking his face point. Although he didn't help at all, he still got a reward for this mission. I originally wanted to directly apply for the settlement of the 2nd stage quest rewards, but when I saw you like this, I suddenly didn't think about it anymore. I'd better settle it after the 3rd stage is completed. Chen said, "Don't be like this, Mr. Team Leader. I know I'm wrong." Marquis Wobben resolutely admitted that he is not an official member of the Internet Cafe. If he doesn't get the reward for this task, he will not know when he will have the opportunity to do it next time. Task point, and Marquis Vauban was anxious to get the reward. In addition to strengthening himself slightly, it was also for the 20,000 member points. Marquis Wobben's talent is not as good as Eluoheo's, but 20,000 members can buy 2 bottles of spiritual elixir, which can still lift the power restriction and increase the initial 6th order strength to the mid 6th order. You go back first, and I'll think about it. Chen dismissed the Marquis casually. He had his own considerations. Chen is about to reach the rank, and when he reaches rank 7, he will settle the quest reward for the 2nd stage, a small increase in all attributes, so that his benefits will be even greater. Brother, I don't quite understand how this quest is settled. Why can I receive the 2nd stage quest, then can I still do the 3rd stage? Eluoheo asked. Actually, this is the case. If we receive the 2nd stage rewards, when we complete the 3rd stage tasks, the membership points we get will increase from 50,000 to 30,000 points, and the effect of greatly improving all attributes will also be weakened by a few points. Chen explained. It turns out that the total reward remains unchanged, so let's wait. Luo understands and feels that she is not in a hurry to receive it now, because her realm is about to stabilize at the 6th order great perfection, and when she is stabilized, before receiving the reward, she may be able to break through to the half-step in one fell swoop. The strength is greatly improved. I have no opinion on this. 3.7 Reversely, Isaiah said lightly. Saitama is not in a hurry. Anyway, he has nothing to pursue or want to buy, except for the planetary devastation skill. Chen nodded, then walked to his bedroom. He wanted to see what Hatsune Miku and Kasumi Shizi were doing. Just now, Kurama and Shinono Bundle seemed to be saying that they were watching cute little animals. Could it be that this time the new arrival is an animal? What kind of animal is so cute that it can attract girls? With doubts in his heart, Chen walked to the bedroom door, and as soon as he heard the voice, he knew why the girls were so excited. Pick up, hee hee. Don't stare at me like this. I'm just a slime. It's not delicious. As soon as Chen entered the door, he saw a female Pikachu being held by Misaka Makoto, who was very close to her. The other cute slime was coiled on Mutogame's body, surrounded by girls, and did not dare to come down. Pikachu, slime. This time it's really cute and new. Chapter 202 Pokémon and the Emperor of Reincarnation. I didn't expect Pikachu and Ocean to come in this time. Chen walked into the bedroom, looked at the girls, and said, I really didn't expect that this time Mengxin is really Mengxin and cute Pikachu. Almost no girl can resist her girl. Probably the most lovable mouse. I'm afraid that many girls do not know that Pikachu is an electric mouse, and it is difficult to imagine that the mouse is so cute. And that cute slime was the legendary Ocean, the reincarnator who kept pace with Ocean. Starting from reincarnation as a slime, grow step by step, become a demon king, build a country, and become a god of history in a third world in the future. Ocean, also known as Jiango, Emperor, a slime with an open life. Gender is none. It is called the existence of no chicken talk. Like Ocean, king of the undead, he is a king who has lost the most important part of a man. And the IDs of Pikachu and slime are also very kind. My favorite apple, reincarnated. Emperor! 20 Sun Shangwu is the name of the slime before the reincarnation, and it was named after the storm dragon, one of the 4 major natural disasters in the other world. Lim Lu. Now the slime is not very strong, and it should not have encountered the storm dragon. The storm dragon was sealed and wanted to leave the enchantment that sealed him. So he swore to Limuru, and then Limu Beast used his own swallowing talent to swallow the sealed storm dragon. Although the storm dragon could not come out for a short time, it got rid of the troubles of the seal enchantment, and Limuru gained powerful magic power, which was the first step in Limuru's rise. But now it seems that the slime has not yet encountered the storm dragon, and the strength is a bit weak, probably at the 2nd order level. Master Chief, Pikachu? Do you mean it? At this time, when Kasumi Shiko heard the name Pikachu, she knew that it was referring to Pikachu in Misaka Makoto's arms, because it would call Pikachu. It's easy to guess. Well. Chen nodded. I see. Misaka Makoto smiled slightly, looked at Pikachu in his arms and said, I didn't expect your name to be Pikachu. Pika the meaning in the voices. Big sister, it's Pikachu. Nakachu can't speak human language, only Pika shouts, but because she is a member of the internet cafe, so the girls can understand her words. Then the cute Pikachu winked at Chen, and Pika shouted, as if to say, who are you, and why do you know their name? I'm the master here. Who is your master? You are mothers. Your master is not Zhi. Chen smiled slightly. He didn't expect this little thing to have such smart eyes, but it was very cute. I want to keep one. The cute Pikachu shook his head suspiciously, expressing that he didn't know Zhi, and muttered, Pika meaning, my master is Ayumi. It was her. Chen vaguely remembers the Pokémon animation. There have been 6 or 7 trainers who use Pikachu, and one of them is a girl named Ayumi. It's a pity that this Pikachu is not Ash's skin god. Zyos' skin god has become refined, and it seems that he can speak in the theatrical version, and his combat power is very amazing. I remember that he once had a good fight with the beast. Although the strength is definitely not comparable to the beast, it depends on various factors. Amazing win. Well, it's a pity this Pikachu has an owner. Hatsune Miku said regretfully. Although she already raised a cute talking lamb, she also wanted to raise another Pikachu. This kind of cute creature, the girls don't have much resistance. Liuha, Shizzy, and Mei Senpai were also very disappointed when they heard that Pikachu had a master among them. Misaka Makoto is the most lost, because Pikachu is very close to her by nature. They all use electricity, and Pikachu's electricity can't hurt Misaka Makoto. It can be said that the two are the best partners originally. Misaka Makoto wanted to adopt this Pikachu. It's okay, in the future, there are many Pikachus. I will upload the memory video of the Pokémon world later, and then we will go to that world to catch pets together. Chen touched Hatsune Miku's head and comforted, really, thank you, brother. Hatsune Miku hugged Chen and cheered. Zaya Shizzy, Liu Hua, Mei Senpai, and the others were also excited for a while when they heard it. You wanted to? Yi Chen felt the eyes of the girls and asked with a chuckle. The girls were embarrassed to speak, but their bodies nodded honestly. If you want, it's not impossible, but you have to become trainers. Yi Chen said with a smile. What is a trainer, master? Don't betray you this time. At this time, Yan Lingji walked from Hatsune Miku to Yi Chen, pouted, and hinted with ambiguous eyes. Yi Chen read her message in her eyes. If you don't get a Pikachu for them, they will ignore you tonight. What's the hurry? The Pokemon world is definitely going, and I also want to catch a mythical beast to raise it. Yi Chen said lightly. The big guy is the big guy, and the first thing you say is to catch the beast. Muto Game sighed for a while after listening to 077. Although he often heard the famous words of the big guys at the internet cafe, he was still deeply affected. Your dark archmage is stronger than most of the divine beasts. Yi Chen pouted. Muto Games still likes to pretend to be a pig and eat a tiger. My partner of the dark archmage is not my pet, but I would like to have a beast level pet. Muto Games said frankly. Well, what about this slime? Yi Chen pointed to Emperor Shi on Muto Game and said, it was placed on me by itself, and it's not a divine beast, it's just the lowest level slime in the game. Muto Game slightly raised his eyebrows. Is there anything special about this slime? Ahem. If I tell you, it will become a god level Shi Emperor in the future. Yi Chen said with a smile. What? Emperor Shi? For a moment, not to mention the Muto Game, the girls in the bedroom all exclaimed. This cute slime is so awesome in the future. Wait, I'm slime. How did I become Emperor Shi? Slime looked confused. Although it has the Great Sage plugin, it is the lowest level of monsters. What the hell is this place? So weird. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelos. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 203 Slime becomes the devil. Very inspirational. Master Chief, you're not kidding. It will grow into a demon king in the future, and it will also become a god of creation. Shizi looked at the blue jelly-like slime with a stunned expression. It's hard to imagine that such a cute thing can become a god of creation. Misaka Makoto, Yan Lingji, Alice and other girls all stared at the slime seriously, but no matter how they looked at it, they couldn't find anything special about this slime. Slime was shy to be stared at by everyone. It was an otaku uncle in its previous life. After reincarnation, it became a group of slimes without gender. It is impossible for an otaku uncle to chat and laugh in front of such people. Don't look at it. It's just a slightly stronger monster now, but its future achievements are indeed real. At this time, Yi Chen made a clearance for the slime. The master said, it must be true. Yan Lingji said, brother, it's amazing. Hatsune Miku said incredulously, is that so? It seems that the legend it created is definitely an inspirational story. Muto Game looked at the slime and sighed. A group of slimes' achievements are higher than him. Inspirational story? Yi Chen listened and smiled mysteriously. If the upgrade is also called inspiration, then there is nothing in the world that can't be called inspiration. Master Team Leader, did I say something wrong? Seeing Yi Chen smiling a little strangely, Muto Game asked hesitantly, can't you understand if you substitute yourself? Yi Chen shook his head. A game expert like Muto Games, who appeared in Yu-Gi-Oh, is one of the protagonists of Long Ocean. Muto Games has won so many duel competitions. Has he ever felt a sense of accomplishment? And has his story inspired? It doesn't seem to be there. Yu-Gi-Oh is more about friendship. As the king of husband and god, the Muto Game has an almost 100% win rate, so there is a sense of accomplishment. In addition, there are various reasons for Muto Games to participate in the competition, either forced or related to his lost memory and Millennium Fate. In the end, I found that I was the nameless pharaoh who was born to summon the king of the three phantom gods. And the final boss, the dark evil god, was also summoned by the fusion of the three phantom gods. The creation of light is a mysterious thing. These have nothing to do with the sense of achievement and inspiration. I substitute myself. How do I substitute? Muto Game looked confused. Substitute himself for himself. He really can't do this kind of coquettish operation. Never mind. Yi Chen waved his hand and ended the topic. Anyway, he would never wake up the person pretending to be asleep. Well, Mr. Team Leader, can I ask where is this place? Why did a network card drop from the sky? And then a message appeared in my mind. I answered yes and came here. Slime conjured a hand, held the network card, and said point its cheat is Daxon, an existence similar to a system template, and the option of yes or no often appears. So it comes in without the consent of the brain point. After I came in, I was surrounded by girls, so I didn't check the information of the internet cafe. For this question, you can check the basic information on the computer of the internet cafe, and you will know where this place is. Yi Chen answered lightly, well, thank you. Mr. Leader Slime nodded, bouncing his body hop by hop, and walked towards the computer stand of the internet cafe. Its voice was as crisp as a girl's. If Yi Chen didn't know that it was not a coup in his previous life, Yi Chen really thought that Emperor she was a girl. No wonder it has the title of Moking in its previous life. After Slime left, Luoheo, who was behind Yi Chen, took the opportunity to say, brother, I also want to see the memory video of Pikachu and Slime. After seeing the cute Pikachu and the jelly-like slime, although she has always pretended to be calm, she still likes these cute things in her heart. There was no such cutie in her world at all. No problem, you go out first and wait. I have to go back to my bedroom. The girls are concentrated in Yan Ling's bedroom, while Yi Chen's master bedroom is currently occupied by Yi Lingmeng, Xia, Tang Yan and the others. Okay, brother. Luoheo nodded, pulled Hatsune Miku's soft beauty, and went out. Amuraheim, Misaka Makoto and the others also went out around Pikachu. Master bedroom, brother Yi Chen, you are amazing. As soon as he came in, Yi Lingmeng flew over and followed Yi Chen, circling in the air. Mengfear, Xia, and Tang Yan looked at Yi Lingmeng slightly with envy. It was estimated that only Yi Lingmeng could have such a good relationship with Yi Chen and act so intimately. You girl. Yi Chen hugged Yi Lingmeng on the couch and said, do you need to be so excited? I only left for a few minutes, although it was like 3 autumns. After seeing each other for one day, Yi Lingmeng's behavior was too exaggerated, as if he was taking advantage of the opportunity. What, brother Yi Chen? I'm just celebrating that you solved the second Tianyuan mutation. Yi Lingmeng muttered, and her beautiful eyes flashed with shocking brilliance as she spoke. Because the apocalyptic scene in the outside world disappeared, it must be her brother who killed the 3 gods of wind, thunder, and fire, and also calmed down the second apocalypse-like mutation of Tianyuan, and completed the unimaginable great cause of the world. Although she didn't know that this mutation was cosmic. There would be many unimaginable disasters in the universe in the future, and the Earth was not destined to be immune, but at least this moment, the Earth was safe. The people of China have to thank her brother Yi Chen. Even Mengfear and Xia sighed in their hearts at this moment. The Holy Emperor of Nothingness is the Holy Emperor of Nothingness, and he will shock the world as soon as he makes a move. Could it be considered a celebration to hold me? Yi Chen was a little speechless. HMPH, brother, why are you so incomprehensible? Yi Lingmeng muttered, you're young, what a style. Yi Chen knocked over a chestnut and laughed. Yi Lingmeng shook her small head and stared at Yi Chen with her big cute eyes, a cute look that I still felt pity for. Stop being cute, I'm here to ask you about your future plans. And Xia, tell me about my aunt. Yi Chen looked at Yi Lingmeng and Xia and said, this. Yi Lingmeng frowned slightly. After the second Tianyuan mutation, the world pattern changed greatly. In the past, their power became no longer detached. She had never thought about the future. Different from the confused Yi Lingmeng, Xia said with certainty, you don't need to worry about the Empress, young master. She is very safe, and this time is a chance for her. Maybe next time I see you, young master will also take care of her. Surprised by the growth in strength, hearing this, Mengfear nodded secretly. The Empress is of course safe. After all, her origins are not comparable to the gods. Hey, then I'm relieved. Yi Chen nodded. Since Mengfear and Xia were sure that their aunt would be fine, then there was nothing to worry about. As for Yi Lingmeng's idiot, you think slowly here. If you don't go back, just stay in Jiangnan City. It will expand here soon. Chen felt that the internet cafe was too small and he needed to expand and manage it properly. At least 20,000 Misaka sisters must be able to live there. Misaka sisters are boring to stay in the superdimensional life court all day and occasionally complain to Chen. Okay then, brother Chen, I'll listen to you. Lingmeng listened with a smile on her face so that she didn't have to separate from brother Chen and she could see her whenever she wanted. Zao, well, you can do it yourself. Chen nodded, briefly explained to Xia and Mengfear, and then went out to the main computer of the internet cafe. Because I know that the girls have been waiting for a long time with Muta Game, King, Whitebird, Magneto, and Tony, I will not say much nonsense and upload the memory video directly. Can. System prompt. Master Chen uploaded the memory videos Pokemon and about my reincarnation as a slime. And these two memory videos. Upload. The long-awaited big guys and girls, they quickly click to read. The girls mainly want to see how magical Pikachu is, otherwise why is it called Pokemon? And the big guys pay attention to the world of slime and want to see how a slime became a god of creation. How inspiring this story can be. PS. Happy New Year's Eve. Because the new year is too busy, the update is a little slow. There are 2 updates tonight and 4 updates tomorrow. The author has recently updated less, but after the new year, it will be updated every day to compensate. Chapter 204 Orochimaru. Aizen, maybe it's good to reincarnate into a slime. Just when the members of the internet cafe were watching the memory videos of Pokemon and about my reincarnation as a slime, Aqua, who resurrected the people in Jiangbai City and enjoyed the worship of all beings, occasionally saw the internet cafe's prompt information. New memory video. There is something new. Aqua was excited for a while and immediately opened the superdimensional discussion group on her mobile phone. Acquire. The god of wisdom water. Chen, why did you go back to the internet cafe so early and you uploaded a memory video? Are you coming to Mengxin? Seeing Aqua talking in the discussion group, Chen raised his brows and quickly keyed, it's Mengxin, and this time Mengxin is very special. Aqua, god of wisdom. How special is special? Eris, goddess of luck and darkness. Senior Aqua, you'll know if you click on the memory video and watch it. Eris was beside Aqua, pulling her sleeve to remind her that she didn't think she didn't need to trouble Lord Chen all day. Aqua pouted. You don't understand. I want Chen to tell me. Eris was speechless. Senior Aqua was too self-willed, but Lord Chen especially spoiled her, which made her more and more unscrupulous. However, at this time, Athena said slightly proudly, your efficiency is too slow. The concubine has already watched the memory video, and I also understand the identity of Mengxin. Aqua was immediately blinded, turned to look at Athena, who was not far from her, and said, Athena-chan, you are too cunning. There is a memory video uploaded, so don't tell me. Athena disapproved and said, that's because you are stupid. As a member of an internet cafe, you don't always pay attention to internet information. How can you do it? In internet cafes, Merlin, Aizen, Uchiha Madara, Whitebird, and Magneto are all online 24 hours a day, otherwise they are watching the screen. Because they are big guys, Aishin's second use is not surprising to them. 077. In addition, the information, new people, and tasks of internet cafes are too important, so under the premise of energy. Of course, it is 24-hour attention. What stupid, this goddess is the embodiment of wisdom. Aqua said resentfully, the incarnation of wisdom? Servant RL. Athena laughed when she heard it, pointed to her cherry lips, and said, sorry, I couldn't hold back. Your expression seems to be humiliating me. Looking at Athena's expression of forcing a smile, Aqua suffered an inexplicable blow to her heart, and she said angrily with tears in her eyes at this time, Aestes couldn't help but stand up and said, two goddesses, if you are alright, I will go back to the internet cafe first. Acid came out with Athena, originally wanting to fight, but he didn't meet a decent opponent, just killed tens of thousands of monsters. Now that the owner has returned to the internet cafe, of course she wants to go back quickly, and she wants to be favored by the owner tonight. After all, before the second Tianyuan mutation, Chen had been in retreat, but acids had endured for a few days, and tonight she will be a good female knight in this case, let's go back together. Everyone here has been rescued anyway. Go back and see what's special about Mengxin. And you can also see Lord Master Eris also took the opportunity to say, that's right. Go back to see Achin. I did so beautifully this time, and Achin hasn't praised me yet. Aqua curled her lips. Although Eris is not cute, she is also her number one little sister. What she said is so reasonable. Let's listen to her this time. HMPH. Let's see who Achin praises first. Athena snorted lightly, expressing dissatisfaction. This time, she used the cat power of the underworld to save a lot. Then let's see. Aqua smiled confidently, and then returned to the internet cafe with Athena and the other super dimension internet cafe. Achin, Liu Hajiang, I'm coming back. Aqua shouted loudly, as soon as she came back. Seeing Aqua, Chen directly touched her head and said, good job this time, hee hee, I knew that Achin would praise me first. Aqua glanced at Athena slightly smugly. Athena was very unwilling, and glared at Chen seductively. Chen's face stiffened, and he also walked in front of Athena, touched her head, and said, you also did a very good job. Only then did Athena nodded with satisfaction, and glanced back at Aqua. Aqua pouted, a little dissatisfied. Just before she could complain, Liuhua shouted, Akuya-chan, sit here, saying that, Liuhua pushed aside the seat beside her, which was the seat she reserved for Aqua on purpose. Thank you. Liuhua. Aqua smiled sweetly, sitting next to Liuhua, and then curiously asked, Liuhua, what are you looking at? Looking at Pokemon. That world is very special. Trainers in Pokemon, although Pokemon can't speak, they all have their own thoughts, and there are many cute Pokemon in it, but I haven't seen the world of slime yet. Six Flowers Road. Wow, that plot is not very exciting. Aqua said brightly, it's very beautiful, those Pokemon are very cute, just like Slime-kun, you'll know it when you see it. Liuhua said that she didn't forget to take a look at the slime, thinking that if the slime was a mother, she would be adopted. At this time, Shizi said, unfortunately, although slime is cute, his soul is an uncle. Shizi did not deny that slimes were cute, but when he thought that his soul was an otaku uncle who had been single for more than 30 years, he couldn't be more cute. It's not that she despises the otaku uncle, but that the uncle has become a cute thing, and it always feels weird. I'm an uncle, I'm really sorry. When Slime was told by Shizi, his face suddenly changed, and his expression became depressed. Otaku are very sensitive, especially a otaku like him who has been single for more than 30 years, and has absolutely no confidence in front of his sister. Shizi is telling the truth, and it is completely powerless to refute. Well, I think it's okay. After reincarnation, although there are memories of the past, as long as it looks cute, it's fine. King supports slime for no reason. Cuteness is justice. King, it seems that you are also a dead man who has been single for more than 30 years. Shizi looked sideways and said lightly, puff. King suddenly felt an arrow in his heart, and his expression suddenly became as depressed as slime. Hey, is it really okay for you to say that about King? Saitama pouted and said, King is his friend after all. Hey, a dead fish-eyed bald mansion who has been single for 25 years. Do you want to defend King? Shizi said mercilessly, 25 years of being single. Dead fish-eye house. Under Saitama's series of critical attacks, Sunshine's good mood suddenly fell to the bottom, and his demeanor became more depressed than King's. Shizi senpai is so scary. 3 kills all at once. Sage Megumi murmured. The lethality of language is really astonishing. In fact, it was mainly because what Shizi said was the truth. Saitama, King, and Slime couldn't refute it at all, and they valued it very much in their hearts. It seems that you seniors are very fragile at heart, but it doesn't matter. In the future, I will take you to the biggest nightclub in New York, so that you can see and experience, so that you will not be despised. At this time, Tony smoked a cigar. He said like an old driver, Tony, you are not necessarily much better than them in the face of Shizi's poisonous tongue. Enel snorted softly, woohoo, the second sick Thor, when did you start to overtake me? It seems that you were just a frog in the well before. Tony laughed and mocked. Enel has a lot of black history, and calling himself a god is the biggest smack in his life. He has watched all the One Piece memory videos published by the team leader, HMPH. No matter how the frog in the well is, I'm better than you. You think you can beat me by developing a few sets of new mechas? Enel said angrily, Kalalala, stop arguing. This time the topic is slime and those Pokemon. At this time, Whitebird said, well, those Pokemon are so special, like natural mutants, but unfortunately they are all elves, not humans. Magneto said regretfully point at this time, Orochimaru licked the corner of his mouth and said gloomily, I'm very interested in their family, can you let me study and study, maybe I can figure out the bloodline limit of Pokemon. Pikachu was shocked and hugged Misaka Makoto tightly. Orochi Uncle Meru, your face is too scary, can you not scare Pikachu? Misaka Makoto hugged Pikachu and said to protect the calf, PFFD. Uncle Orochimaru, Tony couldn't help laughing when he heard the words. Enel and Dr. Kines, Orochimaru's new best friend, also flashed a quirky smile. Is my face scary? Orochimaru's face twitched slightly. He didn't care about his appearance, but he was very satisfied. When he was a child, many ninjas still had a good impression of him. Like Misaka Makoto, am I wrong? She didn't understand why the faces of the people in the internet cafe were all weird. Chen smiled and joked, that's right, you're just a junior high school student, calling Orochimaru is just right. Orochimaru, Master Chief, stop laughing at me. Orochimaru is innocent at heart, his face is so scary, then he really needs to think about changing his image. Well, maybe it's good to become a slime, both men and women can kill. Orochimaru murmured in his heart. Slimes don't know Orochimaru's thoughts. If they know, they will definitely spray him. Why should they become slimes? It's not good to be a human being. Don't you know that slimes are no chickens? At this moment, Aizen, who had watched the memory video, suddenly had an amazing idea with Orochimaru. Maybe it would be nice to be reincarnated as a slime. Aizen murmured. Chapter 205 Tony, at this moment, I would like to call you the strongest. It's not bad to be a slime. Aizen's words were astonishing, and the girls of the internet cafe were stunned. Why can't Aizen think so much? Zarshizi, Boss Aizen, are you not a human anymore? Although everyone is in an internet cafe now, the direct language conversation is too noisy. Yi Lingmeng and the others can hear it in the bedroom, so everyone wants to go back to the discussion group to talk. At this moment, normal human girls such as Kasumi Shiko, Roka, Eri, and Mei Sakurajima stared at Aizen in amazement, unable to understand why Aizen suddenly wanted to be a slime. Aizen, I'm not a human, but a Shinigami. After using Hyoku to evolve, I'm closer to a god. For me, there is no difference in any form. Slime is a very good life, although it is low, but with unimaginable potential. I want to see if I can get inspiration from it, and let my life evolve to a higher level. Evil King Zen, the boss said it well, but I'm speechless at this moment. Liuhu really admired Aizen, but she couldn't accept it. Mei Sakurajima, although slimes are cute, I still find it difficult to accept. The strongest man on Earth King. You girls haven't started watching Slime's plot yet. I don't know how powerful it is. Even without the Great Sage's plugin, its skill Predator Devouring Evolution is very powerful, and its potential is almost unlimited. To be honest, King thinks it's good to be a slime. Not only looks cute, but also has amazing potential. As for becoming a chicken, free talk. Anyway, he has been single for more than 30 years, so it is useless to keep that thing, and it will save a lot of troubles. After becoming genderless at this time, Orochimaru said, yeah, the magic power a slime can get in one day is more than the chakra I have cultivated for 10 years, and the forbidden technique I developed has no increase in power, and the slime family seems to have nothing. The lifespan is limited, as long as the magic power is enough to survive. One of the reasons Orochimaru wants to be a slime is to live forever, and the second is because of the potential of the skill of Predator. As for becoming a slime, there is nothing wrong with him. Anyway, he has transformed his body now, and has basically become a snake. In the strict sense, he does not belong to the normal human race, but belongs to the new human race. Muto game. That's not right. I looked at it, Predator, the innate skill that devours evolution, seems to be unique to Slime-kun, and other slimes don't have that ability. Muto game reminds King and Orochimaru that not every slime is called Emperor Shi. Emperor reincarnation history. Actually, I don't know how the two innate skills of Great Sage and Predator came from. At this time, the slime must explain its innate skills, otherwise the big bosses will be reincarnated as slimes without its ability, and the problem will be serious drive. Kinus, it seems that this issue must be clarified, otherwise it will not be easy to reincarnate. Tony, no, Dr. Kinus, do you want to be a slime too? What's wrong with being a man? Daily healthcare, sex with hot girls, Yangma, what a lot of fun. Why can't everyone think so? Doctor Kinus, why not? Slimes have no gender, no sleep and no metabolism, which can reduce many unnecessary physiological problems, and their shapes are changeable. You can have as many hands as you want, and you don't need them when doing experiments. Assistant, how convenient. Orochimaru, yes, it's more convenient than my hidden shadow snake hand. At this moment, Orochimaru's inner desire to be reincarnated into a slime became stronger. Tony, very good, I served you. Tony really convinced them at this moment, and admired Orochimaru for their dedication to science. Anyway, making him a lump of slime is absolutely impossible, and I don't even dare to think about it. Zayashizi, Mr. Tony shit. I suspect you are a fake scientist now. Liuha, hey, super fake. If you don't reincarnate as a slime, do you have the nerve to call yourself a scientist? Tony, why are they all targeting me? Ask Shinobu no to be a slime. Annoyed, Tony withdraws Shinobu's bundle as a shield. He doesn't believe that Shino's bundle is willing to be a slime. It's just that the brain circuit of Shinono bundle is not something that Tony can understand. Shinonobu, jiang. Why do you say that others are? But slimes are so cute. If they can keep my gender, and the leader of the group doesn't mind, they will be willing. In an instant, Tony's face froze. I didn't expect that the bundle of Zyaozi would really be willing. As long as Chen doesn't mind the Tsunonly slime. Zayashizi, gaga, why do you care about the leader? You have adultery. Liuha, hey, there is adultery +1, eyeing Lily, quack, there is adultery +2, Mei Sakurajima, hey, there is adultery +3, Sage Hui, okay, don't be a repeater, or someone will get angry. Luo, enough of you, begging for freshness. Luo heyo. Touched her hair, always feeling that these girls were thinking about how to green her all day. Aqua also pouted, Achan has no adultery, even if there is, it won't be your turn. Astes, not bad. Astes nodded, everything has to come first. She also waited for a long time to succeed. Reincarnated Emperor Shi, I really envy the leader, although his personality has changed a lot after reincarnation, and he has begun to become cute. The memory of the otaku in his soul in his previous life will not be erased in a short time. Chen, how did it get involved with me? Chen spread his hands, why the girls often turned the topic to him. He was very innocent. Yanlingji, master, you are not happy anymore. Yanlingji stared at Chen and pouted her seductive lips. She felt that the master was really cheap and good-natured. So many girls liked him, but he looked innocent and helpless. 0.0 Ming was so fierce at night. The Ruai golden hoop is really fierce. Chen, ahem. Let's get down to business. In fact, I don't recommend you to be slimes, unless you can acquire the innate skill of Predator, and strengthen it with divine potions, learning with humility. Orochimaru, does the leader know how to acquire the skill of Predator? Aizen, do you need a great sage? Chen, no, there is no need for a great sage. In fact, although the Predator skill is unique to Emperor Shi, there are many other innate skills similar to the Predator. For example, the Pighead Emperor, who evolved into the Demon King, has devouring the talent to strengthen one's own magic power. So whether you reincarnate into a slime is not the most critical, but awakening the talent that devours evolution during the process of reincarnation. After listening to Chen's explanation, the science bosses frowned slightly. After a while, Dr. Kinus first suggested, then let's try to reincarnate in Emperor Shi's world. Orochimaru, good idea. Aizen, you can give it a try. Zairoziski, people also go and see. Tony, all of you, one by one, are you really playing? Orochimaru, you think we are joking? Aizen, when did you get the illusion that we were joking? Doctor. Kiness, Tony, I suddenly feel like you don't deserve to be called a scientist. Tony's face was full of black lines after choking for a long while. In silence Tony shouted loudly, okay, stop talking. At this moment, I, Tony, would like to call you the strongest. Chapter 206 Emperor Shi, will I be crusted by the brave? Would you like to call us the strongest? When Tony shouted like this, Aizen, Orochimaru, Dr. Kenneth, and Shino's bundle couldn't say what he ordered. It's really a rare thing for someone as proud as Tony to admit that others have surpassed him in science. It's just that Tony shouted, as he asked Uchiha Madara. Uchiha Madara's face is a little strange at this moment. Why does it feel that Tony's words are a little familiar? Zaishizi, speaking of which, bosses, have you all decided not to be human? Zaishizi felt that if the bigwigs set this precedent, internet cafes will probably become non-human zoos in the future. Hearing this, Aizen was non-committal. He was not a human at all, and he wanted to be reincarnated into a slime, just as an experiment. Doctor. Kenneth and Orochimaru didn't care, and Shinono bundle just smiled slightly. But they didn't respond. Magneto, Laozi, Uchiha Madara and his 080s responded a little bit, because they are also bigwigs. Magneto, I'm a mutant, but I'm also human, and I'm not going to be reincarnated. Laozi, I'm a heaven and a human being, just like a human being, but a heaven and a human being have a higher level of life and can control their emotions better. Whitebird, Kulalala, the strongest man is also a human. Uchiha Madara, please don't take me with me, I'm still human. I didn't want to be human. How to say he is also one of the recognized bigwigs of internet cafes, and the words of selling poems have made him a map. Liuha, woo woo woo, the most famous second class in our internet cafe will admit that he is a human being. Aren't you always a noble bloodline of autism, a direct lineage of Sage of Six Paths? Aizen, you don't know him yet, he's the type of straight mouth. Uchiha Madara, just kidding, you're just too straight. Aizen laughed. Too lazy to talk about it. After all, no one in the internet cafe knows Uchiha's Henxiang. At the beginning, I said that I would not watch Hokage Ninja, but it didn't take long before I sold all my ninjutsu cheats. Merlin, actually, I don't care. Merlin felt that no one was important, and it was up to him whether he could accept it or not. Chen, of course it doesn't matter to you. You are a hybrid of a human and a dream demon. You are only half a person. Merlin's face suddenly black lines. Half a person? What the hell? Zaishizi, I don't think it's a matter of being inhuman right now. And how are Aizen and the others going to be reincarnated as slimes? If you want to be reincarnated, you have to die once, or reincarnation to be precise. But what will Aizen do? Emperor reincarnation history. Well, yes, you are all gods and demons. Unlike me, it is impossible to die. How can you reincarnate into slimes? Aqua, god of wisdom. Leave this to me. Let Aizen and the others come to my world to be reincarnated. You can be a slime, a goblin or a dragon. I'm the goddess who specializes in reincarnation. Eris, the goddess of luck and darkness. Senior Aqua, don't mess around. The reincarnators in our world are very special. They can't be reincarnated at will. There is an absolutely fair evaluation system in the heavens, whether they are reincarnated, or go to heaven or go down. Hell, it depends on the rating. Wisdom water god Aqua, what score? How come I don't know? Eris, the goddess of luck and darkness. I only let you know when I knew you didn't know. Aqua's head was full of question marks, and she didn't understand what Eris meant at all. Chen, Eris means you can't let Aizen reincarnate into your world. The heaven will stop you. Water god of wisdom Aqua, so that's how it is. Chen, you are so kind. After listening to Chen's explanation, Aqua immediately understood. She felt that Eris was really stupid. She couldn't explain the first thing so simple. But it's okay. How could such a stupid girl rob Chen from her? Aizen, it's a pity that I can't go to Goddess Aqua. Aizen originally wanted to go to Aqua's world. Studying with humility or Orochimaru. I don't think it's useless to go, because that world doesn't have the skill of predators. Drive. nothingness, not necessarily. The world where the goddess Aqua lives has heaven, gods and demons, very advanced, so it is not surprising that she has the innate skills to devour evolution, but no one gets it. Zyos his bundle, it makes sense. Perhaps such a powerful talent is in the child of luck in the world of the goddess Aqua. Point saying that, Zyos is his eyes turned to Chen, hoping that he could give an answer from the last day of Tianyuan Mutation. Task selection, plus Aizen's reminder, she knew the importance of the child of luck. She wanted to study the child of luck, but she was not familiar enough with the internet cafe environment. Not quite sure who is the son of luck. So she asked this question. It was actually a test. Shinono bundle suspects that the goddess Aqua is a child of luck. Zero after all. She is so mentally handicapped, but she lives so unrestrainedly and has few friends, but she is cared for by Eris, a caring younger generation, and she is favored by the master when she comes to the internet cafe. It's just that before Chen's response to Shino's bundles. Temptation, Muto Games questioned. I remember that the world of Goddess Aqua is a world controlled by gods and opposed to demons. If there is Luck's son, that must be the hero who defeated the Demon King. Hearing this, Aizen, Archer Hamadara, or Achimaru, Dr. Kinas, and Tony all lit up, which is indeed a good guess. Wisdom Water God Aqua, what children of luck? You are talking about reincarnators, Eris, the goddess of luck and darkness. In my world, the heroes who defeated the Demon King are mostly reincarnated, but it is difficult to say that they are the children of luck, because the Demon King is constantly killed, and like our goddess, he will not really die. After speaking, Eris also put his eyes on Chen, and only Chen could answer this question. Chen smiled and said, don't guess. In Aqua's world, Aqua's luck is very strong, second only to the child of luck, but the child of luck is indeed a reincarnator, just very ordinary, without the devouring talent like a slime, not to mention becoming a demon king. Even an elite knight could not beat him. Goddess of wisdom Aqua, ahahaha, I didn't expect this goddess to be so powerful. Hearing this, Alice and Shinobu's bundle all covered their faces. Knowing that you are amazing, but can you stop giggling? Athena even escaped directly from the dead 3.7 scythe, but before Athena scolded Aqua, Slime's question caught her attention. Emperor reincarnation history. Master Chief, I will become a demon king in the future, so am I a big villain, and will there be reincarnators to crusade against me? Slime was a little panicked. If he was a big villain, would he be attacked? Chen, you can rest assured on this point. Your old enemy is the big villain. Slime breathed a sigh of relief, but quickly reacted again and exclaimed, wait. Captain, my old enemy is the villain, so I'm not the son of luck. Chen, you just know. Chen stroked his forehead. Does Slime's brain respond so much slower than humans? But one thing Slime guessed right. A reincarnator almost killed him. Chapter 201 The Sudden Superdimensional Reincarnation Mission. Chen remembered that the reincarnator who almost killed the slime was a cold girl named Sakagachi Hyuga who liked to use a samurai sword. The strength is second only to that of the awakened Demon King, far exceeding the ordinary Demon King god. The awakened Demon King is the 6th order powerhouse, and the Demon King is between the 5th and 6th order. The pig-headed emperor in the early stage was a demon king, and the slime that devoured the pig-headed emperor was also a demon king, but the slime was the strongest among the demon kings. But the slime still can't beat Sakagachi Hyuga. If it hadn't been for the slime to escape with a clone, it would have been killed. And becoming an awakened devil is a real devil, and his strength is not comparable to the devil. Hyuga Sakagachi can be regarded as the first person under the awakened devil, and his strength is indeed more than that of the slime at that time. But don't worry too much, slime can grow faster. After entering the internet cafe, it is Ocean originally, there should be no big problem. Fathy turned out to be the son of luck. I really didn't expect it. At this moment, Slime said with a blush on the jelly face. As if the child of luck is such an amazing compliment. Chen was stunned when he saw this and complained, a massive slime, why are you blushing? 20 after the reincarnation, the slime's performance is really similar to that of a child. Cough. In fact, in our internet cafes, the son of luck is not uncommon. King couldn't help reminding the slime point to be honest, he really didn't expect this kind of a thorough emperor's brain circuit to be so novel point not to mention that the memory video uploaded by the leader of the group grew up from the perspective of slime point. It's just that it can grow from a small monster to a demon king and then become a god level demon king from a lump of slime. With such a legendary opening experience, is there a second candidate besides the Son of Luck? It didn't even know that it was the Child of Luck point. And after entering the Superdimensional Internet Cafe, knowing that there are so many memory videos here, it should also be clear that there is more than one person in the Child of Luck. Is that so? Didn't I feel ashamed just now when Slime was reminded by King? A lot of sweat suddenly appeared on his head. It was because he was too nervous and didn't notice the information of the internet cafe at all. Will it be hated by the members of the internet cafe? Point so scared, afraid of being alone again. Kalalala, don't be nervous. We are all family here. Point at this time. Whitebird, who was not far from the slime, patted its body lightly and reassured it. Hey, what dad said is. Seeing this, Liuhua smiled. Reminder, it's better for you to speak in the discussion group. At this time, Orthena entered information in the discussion group. Yi Ling Meng's cultivation level is not low. The weakest Tianyuan is third order. Even if they don't deliberately listen to the movement in the internet cafe, they may hear it. Although they are not enemies, Chen didn't even bring his exclusive witch Luculasia into the internet cafe. It is best not to let outsiders know about the internal affairs of the internet cafe. Emperor reincarnation history. I'm sorry everyone. It was me who got excited for a while. It was the first to speak just now, because I'm a child of luck and I'm a little overwhelmed. Zayashizi. Actually, you really don't need to be nervous. What dad said just now is quite right. The people here won't look down on you. Zayashizi thought. You must know that the people here do not even despise Aqua. How could they despise Slime's Pikachu? Pika Pika. People won't underestimate you. Late. Slime-kun, reincarnated first emperor. Thank you. I will definitely work hard. Slime was moved, thinking that he must be a good slime in the future, bragging about the crowd every day. As long as he doesn't starve to death, he will never leave here for the rest of his life. Chen, you really need to work hard, otherwise you may be killed by a reincarnator in the future. Almost killed me. When Slime heard this, 3 exclamation marks appeared in fright. Now the strength of Slime is still very weak, although it can dominate the low level Warcraft, but it is far from being invincible. And it doesn't even know how strong the other reincarnators are. It should be strong. Stronger than the person who was an otaku uncle in his previous life. Due to the lack of self-confidence in the previous life, the slime is very insecure about himself and has no idea how hanging it is now. Although it is a second order, its talent is too terrible. It is not difficult to kill the second order, and even some third order can be killed. However, compared with Sakagachi Hyuga, who is a beginner at the 6th level, it is indeed the difference between clouds and mud. The strongest man on Earth. King, don't panic. We are here. Muto game. I don't know why, but when King said this, I feel very at ease. At this time, Muto game's heart was saying, even if he knew that King couldn't beat him single-handedly, he didn't need to summon the Dark Archmage, and he didn't even need to transform into a black mage. Aizen deeply empathized. Aizen felt the same way. King felt too reliable, with a naturally strong face. No wonder others misunderstood him. Uchiha Madara, King, to this day, I still want to be you as the strongest man, the strongest dad. Kulalala. Even facing the old man, he is willing to give and point the strongest man on Earth. King, I think I need to change my ID, so don't make fun of me in the future. Ding. System prompt. The strongest man on Earth has changed his name to King. Emperor reincarnation. I'll change your ID. I'll come too. Ding. System prompt. The Emperor of Reincarnation has changed his name to Reincarnation Slime Limuru. After watching the memory video of himself and the Storm Dragon forming a contract of righteousness, Slime still intends to use the name Limuru to hire another world. Because it is a Storm Dragon that gave it the capital to rise, it can be called the grace of knowing. Reincarnated Slime Limuru. Captain, can you tell me who is going to kill me? Chen, the one who almost killed you was a reincarnated girl. Her combat power is very close to that of the awakened Demon King, and she has no grievances with you. And the one who really instigated her to kill you is the ultimate villain, who is second only to the god of creation. He is a half-step creator god, reincarnated slime Limuru. What? Demon Lord, half-step creator god. Well, hearing this, Limuru was so frightened that the exclamation point flew straight point at this moment. Merlin, Aizen, Archer Hamadara, Whitebird and other bigwigs frowned slightly. Among the strong people present, only the leader of the group, Saitama, and Izayoi can handle the half-step creation god. However, Saitama and Izayoi entered the free park field and had a duel, so they did not participate in the meeting point without Saitama and Izayoi. I can only rely on the leader Pikachu. Pika at this time, Pikachu Thief shouted, meaning, Lord Master, can you help Slime-kun, Misaka Makoto? Master Chief, Pikachu called you. Yi Chen, I can hear it. In fact, I don't need her to shout. I will also help the Emperor reincarnated. I don't know how valuable it is. Yi Chen smiled slightly. Slime skills are used, but they can create infinite value for him. Reincarnated slime Limuru. I have a lot of value? Captain, you are not kidding me. Limuru has no idea what value it has. Yi Chen, of course it's true. Yi Chen smiled and was about to say something. Suddenly, the system heard a task prompt. Ding. Because Pokemon, reincarnated slime universe, a third world from zero, and the unknown universe exploded in time and space, an unnatural superdimensional reincarnation event occurred, and a superdimensional reincarnation mission was released. P.S. On the first day of the new year, congratulations to all of you for a happy new year. Tonight's update is here first. The average update in the past few days will be 35 updates. After the 5th day of the new year, the update will start to explode, and the update will continue for a week, with 10 updates per day. Chapter 208 Yi Chen. This time, you have to be mentally prepared. Super Dimension Reincarnation Mission. The moment the mission was released, Merlin, Aizen and other bigwigs were taken aback. This was an unprecedented mission and this mission actually involved 3 worlds, and unknown universes Pokemon, slimes, and the unknown Otherworld from scratch. Finally, there is the mysterious unknown universe. Water god of wisdom Aqua, Achan. What kind of mission is this? Luoz, brother, this task is related to reincarnators. Yi Chen, wait, this mission is a bit complicated. I'll check the information first. The mission information appeared on his main computer for the first time, and other members had to wait for him to read it, or wait for a minute or so. The amount of information in this mission is very large, and he needs to sort out his thoughts. Since Yi Chen wanted to check the information, everyone was very sensible, and didn't ask any further questions and waited patiently. At this time, Sage Hui, it's strange. Just when we talked about reincarnation, this task appeared. It was no coincidence that Whitebird, Magneto, and Merlin raised their eyebrows upon hearing this. Zayashizi. As expected of the Sage Zuge, his brain responds quickly, and his heart is as careful as hair. Sage Hui, senpai, don't make fun of me. Reincarnated slime Limuru. Actually, people are also curious, why is it such a coincidence? Aizen, actually, this is not a coincidence. Often, when a new member of a cafe appears on the internet, it means that there is a new mission. At present, the internet cafe member world has not released a mission, only Wooliuki, Tony, Muto Games, Archer Hamadara, Urza. There have been missions in the rest of the world, including Zyozhibu, Big Wolf and others, and it was not long after the members came in. Zayashizi, don't forget our everyday world. Kasumi Shiko must defend human rights in the everyday world. Aizen, what tasks can the everyday world have? It's not that he looks down on the everyday world. He really has no task. Magneto, why is there no mission in my world? Is it too safe? Tony, well, very likely. Sage Megumi, actually, it's not necessarily true. Mei Sakurajima's world is very special, and maybe she has a mission. Mei Sakurajima, really, I'm also a new member. Shouldn't there be an end of the world 2. Zayashizi, it's not impossible for women. When Kasumi Shiko said this, Mei Sakurajima was really panicked. Sage Hui, Senpai, don't scare bunny girl senpai. The sage HUI knew that Shizi had a black belly again. May Sakurajima, it's alright, isn't there everyone here? And I also have the power to protect myself, and can you stop calling me bunny girl senpai? I always feel very shy. Sage HUI, hee. I almost forgot. Bunny girl senpai is a little rich woman with 4800 member points. May Sakurajima, forget it. Bunny girl senpai, you can't stop calling me rich woman. I always feel that the term rich woman is a derogatory term. Because in island countries, it is a common phenomenon for rich women to keep cow herds, even more common than the rich women in the big heaven to keep small fresh meat. Sage HUI, okay. Bayfumely bunny girl senpai. The evil king's true eyes 6 flowers, MMMM. Senior sister Bayfumely bunny girl, Zio's his bundle, hey. Bayfumely bunny source. May Sakurajima, I surrender, okay. Even if Mayujima, who is used to talking with gods, is still a little bit overwhelmed by the encirclement and suppression of repeaters by the girls in internet cafes. Hearing this, Liuhua and the others all giggled, as if they had won another great victory in the internet cafe. Reincarnated slime Limuru, by the way, the leader of the team hasn't finished the mission yet. People still want to know what their value is. Limuru is a relatively fragile person, hoping to be recognized by everyone. Although he retains a little bit of the otaku nature of his previous life, his mind is quite pure after reincarnation. It may be related to reincarnation as a slime and become a genderless creature. Relevant, no desire and no desire, the mind is of course pure. Uchiha Madara, actually, I can answer this question. According to my guess, your value lies in your predator's ability to devour everything, and your ability to devour medicinal materials to gain HPMP. As long as the materials are sufficient, you can produce unlimited HPMP. These are all blood-filled potions, and these are treasures that can be recharged. Tony, wow, so you are really a local tyrant. You can recharge unlimitedly, and the organization is going to make a lot of money. Magneto, as expected of Emperor Shi. Magneto, Tony and Son is the envy of slimes from the bottom of my heart. Reincarnated slime Limuru, it's late. I found that there are many items that can be recharged, worth 5-figure membership points. The evil king's true eyes 6 flowers, 5 digits. For Liuhua with only 1,000 and a few hundred member points. 5 figures are already astronomical. Not to mention the 3-digit numbers like Kasumi Shiko, Eri Lee, Sage Megumi, and Alice. Tony, I'm so envious of the boss. 5 figures, the minimum is 10,000. Thor Enel, how can it be only 10,000? According to my estimation, Limuru's HPMP is useful for 5th order powerhouses, and it is a type of full-blood resurrection, which is more powerful than the energy soda bought by internet cafes. Definitely more than 10,000, at least several tens of thousands, maybe 80 or 90,000. Hearing this, Tony and the members of the internet cafe stared at the slime, as if they were looking at local tyrants as expected of Shie Ocean. Really rich. Reincarnated slime Limuru, it's actually fine. Limuru didn't want to show off his wealth. But Enel's guess was very accurate. There is an Avalon Merlin in Dalian. Limuru has recharged so much, doesn't his strength suddenly become very strong? Reincarnated slime Limuru, no. I haven't decided what to buy. Magneto, it goes without saying, the potion of the gods. Aizen, no, it's just a low-level monster now. It's a waste to use divine medicine. After it becomes a demon king, it can become a demon king directly after taking it, and its highest value is not the infinite production of HPMP, but its skill fissioner. Can devour everything to regenerate skills. Infinite devouring, infinite skills equals infinite recharge. Reincarnated slime Limuru, is this okay? Shizi, as expected of Lord Aizen, the only person who can guess the leader of the group. Aizen, guess the leader, I don't dare to say. Aizen pushed his glasses. A smart person wouldn't think that he could guess who he was, because people are fickle, and sometimes some people can't even guess their own thoughts at this time. Chen just finished reading the mission information and said, "Why are you talking about me again?" But Aizen is indeed Aizen, and he sees the value of Limuru clearly. Aizen, the leader of the group, is wrong. Yi Chen, let's not talk about this. Everyone must be mentally prepared for this mission. Mental preparation. Hearing this, the members of the internet cafe all looked solemn. Could it be that the task is difficult? Yanling, Kans, G, Master, can you stop being a fool all the time? Yanling Ji gave Yi Chen a bewitching look and sighed. Master, tonight, do you still think about other people? Yi Chen, hey, don't worry, I made you mentally prepare in advance, because I'm afraid your heart won't be able to bear it. Hearing this, Yanling Ji and Aesthesis' eyes became even more charming, and they sold out. This made them look forward to it even more. And Merlin, Aizen and the others are even more so, thinking that if the leader of the group will not announce it, they will check it out by themselves. Yi Chen, after this mission is completed, the internet cafe will be upgraded. Wow. Merlin, Aizen, and Whitebird were all delighted when they heard that the internet cafe was about to be upgraded. Every time the internet cafe was upgraded, it would bring them great benefits. Maybe this time there is a premium product. And Zaya Shizzy and the others were less interested. After all, they couldn't afford high-end goods at all. Yi Chen, hey, leveling up is just one of the rewards, and there are the second and third rewards. These two rewards are of great benefit to all members. Yuan, Chapter 209 Reincarnation Big Bang. Great rewards for all staff. Zaya Shizzy and Liuhua were all excited, and these girls in the everyday world also yearn for extraordinary power. Luo, brother, can you make the answer public? Luo Heo gave Yi Chen a stern look, which stifled her appetite. If she didn't give her a satisfactory answer, she would push this bad brother back tonight. Yi Chen, well, the second reward is one chance for each person to be reincarnated. Reincarnation opportunity. Hearing this, the members of the internet cafe were all stunned, and the first reaction of most people was, what kind of reward this is? Tony asked bluntly. What kind of reward is this? Tony doesn't want to be reincarnated as a slime, and he doesn't intend to be reincarnated. Dr. Kinnes, who says it's not a reward, at least it allows people to experience life, and it would be great if they could be reincarnated into the creature they want to be reincarnated in. Orochimaru nodded and looked at Limuru at the same time as Dr. Kinnes. Limuru was a little flattered. It really didn't expect slime to be so popular. Aizen, I think you're thinking too superficially. Uchiha Madara, yes, a reward that can be of great benefit to us is definitely not a simple reincarnation. The strongest dad, Killer Lala, yes, I believe that the leader of the group will not let us down. Yi Chen, everyone's guess is right. The 0.80 chance of reincarnation is not easy to determine. There are at least two ways to use it. After a pause, Yi Chen said, after all the members of the internet cafe came to watch. First, you don't use it actively, and you will passively trigger it after you die. After you die, no matter how you die, even if you die, you will get one shot. A chance to reincarnate. Tony, so awesome. Zaya Shizzy, isn't this what it should be? This is a superdimensional internet cafe. Pikachu, Pika. Misaka Makoto, Pikachu is talking. I don't understand it, but it looks amazing. Water God of Wisdom Aqua, of course it's amazing. It's sequel to an extra life. Eris, Goddess of Luck and Darkness, Senior Aqua has seen it all. Athena, my concubine, thought it was the greatest miracle in history. Luoheo, I feel the same way. Water God of Wisdom Aqua. What? You guys are too bad. Woo woo. Chen, they bullied me. Aqua directly threw herself into Yi Chen's arms and acted like a spoiled child. Her graceful body like soft water once held Yi Chen's younger brother. When she glanced at Luoheo Athena, a sly and smug look flashed in her eyes for a moment. Eris, Athena, and Luoheo were all taken aback, as if they were put together by Aqua. This mentally retarded goddess turned out to be deliberately looking for pranks, and then she acted like a spoiled child in Yi Chen's arms. Liuha, amazing. My Aqua-chan. Shinono bundle. Wow, Aqua-chan is amazing. Zaya Shizzy. Is this considered wise as foolishness? Sage Hui shook his head and said in his heart, women in love are all idiots, but the goddess Aqua is originally mentally retarded. This should be negative and positive. Aizen pushed his glasses and secretly said, sure enough, in the face of love, even the mentally retarded can't be small. Be good, don't make trouble. You're talking about business. Well, okay, Chen. After quickly appeasing Aqua, Chen typed in the discussion group, "Everyone knows the first usage, which means one more life. The second usage is great. How powerful? Can you be more powerful than the master?" The sound of heavenly sounds rang in Chen's ears. Chen turned his head and saw Yan Lingji staring at his younger brother with ambiguous eyes, glamorous eyes like silk, and the waves were bright. Point goblin, pick her up at night. Point Chen thought fiercely in his heart, and then said sternly, "Everyone knows that reincarnators are very similar to transmigrants and reincarnators. The difference is that reincarnators do not know the plot of a world, and transmigrators often bring their own profit plugins. And if we take the initiative to use this reincarnation opportunity, we can also get the profit plugin to see which world you want to be reincarnated in. Aizen, the leader is saying that we can choose a world in which we are reincarnated on our own initiative." Chen, not only that, but you can also choose your own race, such as the Uchiha clan, the Hyuga clan, the Senju clan in the Hokage world, or even the Tsutsuki clan directly, as well as the D clan in the One Piece world, and the Jinglin Court 4th in the Shinigami world. Great Nobles or Quincy, as well as Marvel's mutants and titans are all available. Uchiha Madara, will there be a bloodline limit for reincarnated races? Chen, of course there is. Uchiha Madara, isn't that a kind of CAD world for free? Hearing this, Uchiha Madara was moved. Liuha, that's really good news. If there is a world where the bloodline of the evil King's True Eye exists, maybe she can become the real evil King's True Eye. Merlin, if you are reincarnated in my world, can you be reincarnated as a higher being like a dream demon? At this time, Merlin was also heartbroken. Chen, the Dragon Clan, the Dream Demon, and the God and Demon Clan are all possible. When you reincarnate, you will not be detected by the restraint, but if your world suddenly rises, the restraint will definitely be discerned. Merlin, that's right, drive. Kenes, it's better to be a slime. As long as you get a skill similar to Predator, you will be invincible. Chen, as I said, it's up to the reincarnator to get talent and skills. It's up to you whether you want to use a reincarnation opportunity so easily, studying with humility or a Chimaru. How do you know if you don't try? If there is no plugin, he or a Chimaru will not be able to surpass Uchiha Madara in his whole life. Even if he takes Naruto as a disciple, he is not sure to surpass Uchiha Madara. It is estimated that Naruto did not surpass Uchiha Madara in the finale. The ending of Hokage Ninja, Chen has not released yet, but Orochimaru guesses that Uchiha Madara is at least the second big boss. Chen, that's up to you. At this time, Zashizi asked curiously, what about the third reward? Chen, the third reward, 500 member points for all members of the internet cafe plus a chance to draw a roulette, and the biggest mystery gift box, which needs to be updated after the internet cafe is released. Zashizi, so mysterious, the mysterious gift box that even the group leader doesn't know about is really mysterious. Tony, the more mysterious it is, the more difficult this mission is. The leader of the group, shouldn't we have to crusade the 7th order true god this time? From Tony's point of view, only the real gods can make superdimensional internet cafes go all out. Chen, that's not it. It's just that this mission is very cumbersome. We have to act in 5 worlds, and we have to distinguish between good and bad people, so as to deal with them. Fortunately, the list of more than 100 reincarnators in the mission is mine. Basically we all know each other, so it's not a big problem. You can check the mission information now. Superdimensional Reincarnation Quest. There are a large number of reincarnators of unknown origin in the 4 universes. Please dispose of all reincarnators reasonably. Quest rewards. 1. Internet cafe activity has been increased to 100,000 points, which can be upgraded to 1 chance to reincarnate. 3. 500 member points for all members plus second roulette lottery plus mysterious gift box. List of reincarnators 139. 1. Kiyoang exclamation point. 2. Magical girl question mark. 3. Super dream exclamation point. 4. Aizawa Jingjiang exclamation point. 5. Emilia exclamation point. 69. Hunter Elsa exclamation point. 123. Team Rocket member Musashi 139 Arceus, more than 100 reincarnators. After seeing more than 100 reincarnators, Era's face was a little throbbing. There were so many reincarnators at one time, and they had to be busy with these goddesses. Moreover, the strength of these reincarnators is unknown. What they reincarnated into, and where they were reincarnated is also unknown, and only 5 worlds can be determined. The appearance of so many reincarnators at once will undoubtedly have a huge impact on those worlds. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelos. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 210 The Strongest Reincarnator, Arceus. Reincarnated Slime Lemuru. Okay, there are a lot of reincarnators. Slime originally thought that the reincarnators were only a few people, but they didn't expect so many. King Lemuru-kun, this is because of the mission. Otherwise there would be so many reincarnators. Aizen, this mission is really complicated, but fortunately we only have to deal with these reincarnators. It can be seen from this mission that it contains Pokémon, starting from 0, reincarnating in 3 worlds of slime and an unknown mysterious world. As for the leader, who said that there are 5 worlds, it is very likely that the 1st and 5th worlds are prime culprit. It's just that the culprit who can cause chaos in 5 worlds at the same time is definitely not simple. Chen. Yeah, this mission killed a lot of people with strong luck and made them all reincarnated. There are many familiar characters on the list. Pokémon, Team Rocket, the artificial beast Muto, and even the creator god Arceus. However, the god of creation, Arceus, should have been affected by the space-time shock during the seal, and then died, and reincarnated. As for a Thorold, which started from scratch. A dead male protagonist, Liu Wang. This is really a heartwarming sad story. Ku Wang is one of the most disgusting male protagonists in the 2nd dimension. Although he died, he was very happy, but he was reincarnated again, which really made people feel sad. And Emilia, one of the heroines, also died, but fortunately, she was also reincarnated. Otherwise Chen would probably use her Pluton power to save Emilia. As for the list of slime world reincarnation to a Thorold, few Chen knew. Most of them were the names of people from the island country. The disaster should happen in the island country, and it was not threatening and easy to deal with. The 4th world mystery world is the universe of magical girl XXX. The 5th world is a world of spirits. These 2 worlds are the culprit behind the outbreak of the time and space table and the reincarnation of so many key figures. This time, the reincarnators did not appear in these 2 worlds. Chen needs to investigate who is behind the scenes. Aizen, if you can kill so many people with strong luck, the mastermind behind the calamity will either have an earth-shattering strength or a person with an earth-shattering luck. Aizen has been secretly aware of Kurosaki Ichigo, the son of luck in his world, and found that he can turn bad luck into good luck, and it is not so easy to die. Sometimes, Aizen also deliberately creates traffic accidents to test how hard Kurosaki Ichigo's life is. As a result, every time Kurosaki Ichigo had a hard time, he was safe. And every time Aizen tried to kill Kurosaki Ichigo, he got into a lot of trouble in Soul Society. Aizen, who is a good guy in front of people and a villain behind the scenes, can't figure out how he would get into trouble. The only plausible explanation is that Kurosaki Ichigo's luck was too strong. Because of deliberately targeting Kurosaki Ichigo in advance, Aizen exposed a lot of his own plans. The plan was perfect, but it was revealed only because Kurosaki Ichigo was the protagonist. Chen. Aizen, your guess is right, but the most important thing at the moment is the quest. I think the Pokémon, starting from scratch, and the slime world are all messed up now. Hearing this, Aizen, Merlin and the others all nodded their heads. The discussion could not come to a conclusion, and the problem could only be known when the task was performed. The strongest dad, killer. There is no limit on the number of people in this mission. You don't have to fight. There are still enough people. Hearing this, Uchiha, Magneto, and Laozi nodded. There is no limit on the number of people. No need to compete. Tony, Enel, or Orochimaru, and Dr. Kenneth are even more fortunate. If they compete, they are not strong enough. Luo Liang. But there is no special reward. Everyone's reward is the same. Luo Heo actually didn't like this kind of equal task because she couldn't show her ability. She always wanted to perform well in front of her brother. It's just that I haven't had a chance recently. My brother has become too strong recently, and the closest opponents are the types that she can't deal with or can't deal with well. Chen, I think this is very good. Now I will assign you the candidates for the task world. Liuha, hee. I'm going to the Pokemon world. I want to catch a Pikachu. Iri, I'm going to Alice. Add me. Hatsune Miku, brother, I want to go to Sakurajima. Sir, can I go? Chen was speechless, and sure enough, Pikachu was more popular than Slime. Pick up. At this time, Pikachu shouted a few times in a hurry. Misaka Makoto raised his eyebrows, stood up and shouted to Chen, Master Captain, Pikachu is saying that she senses that the master is in danger. Chen, is there any danger? It's not too late. Athena, Lana, and Eris, you escort them to the Pokemon world. The strongest Arceus in the world has been reincarnated. You only need to deal with the reincarnators. -04 flowers. After a pause, Chen said again, Merlin, the old man, and Magneto want to go to the members of Otherworld from Zero. The strongest jealous witch in that world is not as strong as the old man and Merlin. You all will be fine if you are careful. The rest follow me to the slime world. What about Saitama and Izaioi? King reminded. These two are one of the most powerful members of the internet cafe. Isn't it good to bring them along? Chen, don't worry about them. The difficulty of this task is to find the reincarnated and then deal with it. What can you do when Saitama goes one punch? Although Izaioi is extremely smart, he is not a person who likes to play the game of catching cats and cats. 0.0 to put it bluntly, they are suitable for participating in violent missions, and there is no difference between ordinary missions with or without them. Chen, ask one last time if you have any questions. No, internet cafe members collectively Cade. Let's go then. Chen chose to execute the task instructions, and all the task participants left the internet cafe in an instant. This time, the entire internet cafe did not participate in the fight against Izaioi and Saitama in the free park field, and Woolyuki, Big Wolf, and Kurama were absent. And when Chen followed Aqua, along with Aizen, Uchiha, Whitebird, Orochimaru, Dr. Kenneth, Shino's Bundle, Urza, Acids, and Flame Spirit, they came to the reincarnation of Otherworld where Slime was. The first battle encountered a Demon King class reincarnator in battle. What a powerful magic element. In a deep and vast jungle of monsters, the slime sensed a powerful force and was extremely surprised. The magic element, magic power, that erupted from the two Demon King level powerhouses fighting in the sky was too destructive, and the color of the magic element was condensed into black, which was the highest level of magic element. This kind of magic is still on top of Myriatsu. Aizen was taken aback. The one who participated in the battle seems to be the Storm Dragon, who let him out. Uchiha watched the memory video, and remembered that the Storm Dragon was sealed by the Brave. How could he get out of trouble? It's because of that reincarnator. Chen recognized the reincarnator, but he didn't expect to meet the strongest reincarnator in the first battle in the slime world, the god of creation, Arceus, superior. Chapter 211 God of Creation reincarnated as God of Creation. The strongest reincarnator? Astes and Urza heard the words and immediately raised their heads to sense the changes in the sky. At this moment, the terrifying magic power of the natural disaster level in the sky made them unable to lift their heads once reincarnated. He is so powerful that he is indeed the strongest reincarnator. Lord Leader, what kind of divine beast are you talking about that hangs the Storm Dragon? Shinono Bundle used a telescope to look at the divine beast that suppressed the Storm Dragon in the sky. Although this battle was fierce, it was obvious that the Storm Dragon fell into the wind. Could it be that it has been sealed for too long, and the awakened devil level storm dragon has become so weak? Storm dragon's enemies look a bit like unicorns and horses, surrounded by stone slabs, but they have the soul of a dragon. Orochimaru licked the corner of his mouth and said Point Dragon is the final form that snakes most yearn for. Orochimaru will not mistake the breath of dragons. His dead summoning beast, the 10,000 snakes, has a faint appearance of 08 or 3. Achin, that divine beast has divinity. Point Aqua looked at the half unicorn, half horse mythical beast and said, divinity, is it the reincarnation of a divine beast? But it seems to be very angry and wants to destroy everything. Aizen pushed his glasses, and he judged the mood of the beast from the fighting style of the beast. The energy of that divine beast is so violent. Whitebird sighed. Point the collision between the reincarnated mythical beast and the storm dragon was even more exaggerated than the explosion of his shock fruit. The collision that formed an energy vortex and ripped apart the wind and thunder was devastating. Of course it's violent. That divine beast is called Arceus, the creator god of the Pokemon world. He was once hit by a meteor shower to save the planet. He has the power to destroy the world, repair the destroyed things, and temporarily stop the world. The power of Chen clearly remembers the strength of Arceus. There is no doubt that there is 6th rank, and the complete slate state has full attribute resistance, which is very similar to the Sage of 6 Paths in the ninja world, and the existence of the world of Heads Up Point. Even though Arceus was stunned by meteorites back then, meteorites from outer space can destroy the world, and can block a large wave of world-destroying meteorites. In that case, the Storm Dragon should be able to fight Arceus. Slime Limru said Point it is very concerned about the Storm Dragon, so it has learned in detail about the information on the Storm Dragon in Yi Chen's memory video. Point the Storm Dragon is one of the only 4 dragon species in the Otherworld. The eldest brother is the god of creation, Starking Dragon. Point the god of creation, Starking Dragon, is a true god level boss who can destroy the entire otherworld continent at the click of a finger, and Emperor Shi, who will grow to the peak in the future, also has this strength. Point the dragon seed is not a creature, but a holy devil, similar to the Holy Spirit in the fantasy world. Not a dragon. The Holy Devil is a species that is immune to physical attacks and can be recondensed by the test of spiritual power, no matter how many times the flesh is destroyed. It has high resistance to magic, is immune to all abnormal conditions, and is almost indestructible. Point this is a race that hangs the sky. It is born with the strength of the awakened Demon King, and it has its own talent attributes. The power of the Storm Dragon can easily blow up an entire country, and the combat power is equivalent to the late 6th stage. Point. Although the Storm Dragon is the younger brother of the 4 dragon species and the weakest, it can still fight with Arceus, who was smashed by the meteorite. Isn't there a fight up there? Whitebird looked at the sky and said hesitantly. Point does the slime still expect the Tyrannosaurus to suppress Arceus in turn? No, the Storm Dragon was beaten so badly, it doesn't have the strength it should have. Limru said, Arceus has all attribute resistances. Although there are a few slates missing now, and the resistance of several attributes is missing, it is still no problem to deal with the Storm Dragon. The attributes of the Storm Dragon are within its immunity, not to mention the reincarnation of Arceus. It happened to get a more terrifying power, so I called it the strongest reincarnator. Yi Chen looked up at Arceus, who was suppressing the Storm Dragon, and said lightly, a more terrifying power. Limuru broke out in a cold sweat. A power more terrifying than Arceus? What kind of power is that? Point just when Limuru thought so, violent space-time vibrations erupted in the sky. Genesis Judgment Stone attacks like a meteor with the power of judgment, giving the Storm Dragon absolute power to suppress and punish. Point boom. The hurricane and thunder of the Storm Dragon was shattered by the meteor. Its body was blown up, and the huge dragon body fell into the mountains in black flames. The huge deep pit burst open, and the energy spread to a great extent. Fortunately, the Storm Dragon hit Yi Chen not far from their feet. Yi Chen opened a magical barrier to block the aftermath of the energy, otherwise the entire jungle would be destroyed. Well, how is it possible? How can you have the power of a big brother? Before the Storm Dragon Veldra fainted, he murmured in disbelief. Arceus ignored the Storm Dragon, just glanced at Yi Chen and his party coldly, then turned and flew towards a nearby dwarf kingdom. didn't take action against us? Do you sense that we are strong? Aizen said slightly curiously, this is one, and the other is, because our human breath is not deep. Chen said. Chen is Pluton, his own divinity is stronger than Arceus, Yanlingji and Astes also have divinity under Chen's nectar and gifts. The rest, Aqua, Slime, and Aizen are not human, and Orochimaru, Dr. Kines, whose genes have been modified, are not pure either. The situation of Uchiha Madara is similar to Chen. The breath of Sage of Six Paths is closer to nature. Only Whitebird, Urza, and Shinozen have a complete human aura. Then what should we do now? Directly attack Arceus? Uchiha Madara asked. He is not sure how to keep Arceus, especially since Arceus's outbreak was too strong just now. He felt that it exceeded the 6th order level. At the moment when Arceus broke out just now, I felt that when I met the bald-headed devil. What kind of power did it get? Aizen said, when Arceus was reincarnated, by chance, he condensed the soul power of the deceased creation god Starking Dragon. If we don't deal with it, it is very likely to become the next creation god of this Otherworld. Chen said lightly, what? Aizen, Uchiha Madara, and Whitebird were all taken aback. Arceus was so lucky. But thinking about it is also right. There seems to be no problem with the creation of the gods reincarnated into the gods of creation. Only 3.7 is that Arceus became the god of creation, so wouldn't there be no slime? That, Captain, what about the storm dragon? At this time, Limuru didn't care about the god of creation, just worried about the fainted storm dragon. It's very simple, swallow it with a predator. It's meant to stay in your stomach. Chen smiled slightly. Without the first pot of gold, how could slime create infinite wealth for Chen in the future? Team leader sir, what about Arceus? Whitebird asked, you follow it first, you can play, and I will deal with the other reincarnators. Chen said lightly. Arceus, Chen just let it go on purpose. If it is in front of him to destroy, those reincarnators from Otherworld will also bubble up. Because Arceus wants to exterminate human beings, everyone will stand up to stop him, otherwise just waits to die. Chapter 212 The Jealous Witch Who Wants to Destroy the World. That's really a good strategy. Aizen pushed his glasses, and most of the more than 100 reincarnators were humans. At least 1/3 of them were reincarnated here, half of them from the Pokemon world and the other half from Otherworld from Zero. There are a little more, not a lot, of non-humans from the Pokemon world. And the list of Otherworlds, which starts from Zero, is all humans, although I don't know why Arceus hates human beings. Arceus's action will indeed make all human beings in the alien world, and even the Demon Kings unite against it. And the reincarnators will randomly obtain talent skills. As long as the reincarnators have a little ability, they will not sit still. Most important, land create space for slimes to grow. With a common enemy, no one cares about the rise of a slime. It seems that the leader of the team is focusing on training slimes. Organization. It's really okay if you don't take action. I'm afraid that the allied forces of Otherworld will be wiped out by Arceus. Whitebird said, relax, Arceus can't do this in a short period of time. The world's 20 awakened Demon Kings can block it for a while, and there are several 6th order Great Perfection Demon Kings, each of which will not be weaker than now. Arceus needs time to integrate the power of the Starking Dragon. I don't want to deal with it until it reaches its peak. Don't ask why. After a pause, Chen said with a smile, besides, it's interesting to end this mission early. Don't you want to fight the god of creation? Kula. Is it interesting to play against the god of creation? Whitebird laughed, his heart ignited with a monstrous fighting spirit. His destructive power is not low in the 6th order, but his body can't keep up with his destruction force. Aizen and Uchiha Madara both smiled, this time against Arceus. It was a battle that tested their secret cultivation achievements for a long time, and they were looking forward to it. Master, I also want to participate in the battle. Astes, a fighting madman, is impossible to fool, but she is only a 6th level entry level, and her destructive power is not comparable to Whitebird. Arceus only needs one move. Master Chief, Please give me strength. Seeing this, Urza blushed and volunteered. She has not yet entered the 6th order, so she needs to be protected by Yi Chen's power to fight against the 6th order powerhouse. We'd better watch the fight. The bundle of Shino, or Ichimaru, and Dr. Kenneth were not strong enough to fight, so they decided to watch the battle, collect the genes of the strong men in this world, and go back to study. Action. I want to fight Arceus too. Aqua felt that this time, it was finally her chance to show her true strength, and she must make everyone in the other world believe in her. Aqua Goddess. Before in Jiangnan and Jiangbai City, she deceived many believers, but she was taken away by Eris and Athena before she preached. This time such a good opportunity to save the world. She will not miss it. Aquia, you can go. You can listen to Yan Lingji. Yi Chen handed Aqua to Yan Lingji for command, and just put healing magic in the back. If he participated in the battle, he felt that Aqua was likely to be a disservice. Why should I listen to your maid? Aqua pouted and said dissatisfiedly, be good, be obedient. As long as you are obedient, I can grant you one wish. Yi Chen touched Aqua's head and smiled gently. Okay, then I'll listen to you. Aqua said with a smile. With the condition of action, she finally did a bold thing. After arranging their respective divisions of labor, Whitebird and the others all flew towards the dwarf country, leaving only Yi Chen and Slime in place. Limuru, leader, what are we doing now? Yi Chen, swallow the storm dragon first, and then you communicate with it spiritually. Having said that, Yi Chen used one of the powers of Pluton to swallow the darkness, swallowing the storm dragon into a black hole energy ball. After swallowing the storm dragon, the black hole energy ball turned into a glass bead and landed on Yi Chen's hand. Then, Yi Chen threw the glass beads into the slime's mouth, like feeding candy. After that, Yi Chen took the slime into the Mala forest, where the storm dragon was sealed, in the sealed cave, and all the pressure sores and herbs were collected. After taking away the treasures inside, Yi Chen took the slime to walk in the jungle again, intending to help the slime recover the goblins, ghosts, and lizardmen, so as to rise rapidly in the troubled times brought by Arceus. Slime became Emperor Shi as soon as possible, which was also beneficial to Yi Chen. And Yi Chen also has his own mind. He wants to recover the 2 girls from the Great Ghost Clan, which later evolved into the Ghost Clan. One is the Oni-san female warrior Shan, and the other is the Ghost Clan's Princess Zhule. When watching the slime animation, Yi Chen was very fond of the gentle and caring Princess Zhule and the busty secretary Shan, and they were not weak. The main world is about to enter the interstellar era, and Yi Chen is also about to build forces, gather beliefs, and step into the interstellar space, so he wants to keep them by his side, and then take Luculasia over to train them together well. It's all about preparing for the future. While Yi Chen and Slime were in action, Merlin and Laozi in the Otherworld from scratch, and Athena and Eluoheo in the Pokemon world all encountered battles. Pokemon world, you killed Aang. I will kill you all and destroy the world. The jealous witch who ran wild hugged Nahuang, who couldn't be resurrected, and roared. She looks exactly like Emilia, the heroine of Otherworld from scratch. She is a beauty like a princess in a fairy tale. She is the jealous witch who devoured half of the world 400 years ago. Yuang was very important to her, but Eluoheo and the others indiscriminately gouged out his eyes and cut off his ears. Under Leiu's angry resistance, they killed him. It seems that there is a problem with the information on the list. I didn't expect that. Yuang, this waste, has another dual personality soul, facing the jealous witch 083 with the power of half the world. Eluo is still calm. After all, she has seen too many strong men. As long as the jealous witch does not reach half a step, she is sure to win. My concubine's wisdom tells me that this is not wrong. Who would have thought that the reincarnated Nahuang would have a witch who could destroy the world and possess half the power of the world? Athena glanced at her blood-stained sickle and said indifferently, hey, it would be nice if I didn't kill that person. Eris was protecting Hatsune Miku and Kasumi Shikoli Uhura and the others, and said with some regret, it wouldn't have happened for this reason, because killing Nahuang made the jealous witch infuriated. If she doesn't kill, she will resist. This world is a new world for her, and she will not be willing to leave. Eluoheo said coldly with disgust on his face, not to mention which disgusting dead house is conceited, thinking that he has the power of infinite rebirth. and this game can't kill him. In fact, they originally wanted to capture Kuyang back. Kuyang's conceited immortality can reset time indefinitely, and refused to listen to them. Arrogant, self-righteous, thinks of himself as the real son of heaven. Then how could they show mercy to this trash? Even if they don't need quest rewards, they will kill such disgusting people. I just didn't expect that a jealous witch would appear. The magic power is very strong, and they can't get rid of it all at once. However, the reincarnated jealous witch was not as simple as they thought. Chapter 213 The Runaway World. The Black Hand Behind the Scenes. The world. Go crazy, run wild, destroy it. The reincarnated jealous witch, who exerted her power, was completely free from the laws of the original world, so she directly released all the world power that devoured half of the world. The so-called power of the world is the supreme mighty power of all substances, souls, energy, rules, and the origin of the world. The quality is the highest, it depends on the quantity. Half of the world plus the overworld from scratch level is not much worse than Pokemon. The 7 witches have world-class powers like gods, therefore half of the Pokemon in the world of Pokemon go mad, run wild, and become bloodthirsty, blacken, under the instant explosion of the jealous witch's world power. Even the divine beasts such as the 3 holy birds were influenced by the power of the world full of jealousy, and they began to kill each other. The other high-level Pokemon such as fire-breathing dragons and water arrow turtles cannot resist at all, and they fight against each other. Even the sleeping Guillotine, Sea Emperor Ya, and other divine beasts with the power to destroy the world have awakened in the volcanoes and oceans one after another. The only one who was lucky enough to stay sane was the space-flying sky dragon Karakura, but Karakura also fought with them in order to stop the runaway Guillotine and Neptune. And the divine beast of time and the divine beast of space are also at odds with each other, and they are connected. There are other mythical beasts, and those with discordant attributes all fight each other, and the battle scene can be called devastating, and there is absolutely no way for humans to stop it. Oops, the legendary 3 holy birds are fighting. The Pokemon is not obedient, and the ice element will fight the fire element when it sees it. My Pikachu is chasing Big Rock Snake. It's so fierce, it won't kill you. Wow. A tsunami, earthquakes, volcanic eruptions in an instant. The world was in chaos, and the scene stunned Luoheo, Athena, and Eris. They seem to have detonated a volcano enough to destroy the world. It is only a matter of time for them to defeat the jealous witch. But they don't have the face and ability to quell the beast war that has engulfed the world of Pokemon. Unless Arceus, the god of creation, came forward, it was impossible to quell such a blasted beast war. The jealous witch never thought of living, but wanted everyone to perish together. Sister Lion, what should I do now? Hatsune Miku said weakly, holding a newly caught Pikachu. The original Pikachu also made a weak cry on her master Ayumi. It was too terrifying. There were several quasi-divine beasts fighting just around them. The battle scene was very hot, not to mention the whole world, which was definitely more tragic. There are only 2 ways now. One is to wipe out the world power of the jealous witch, but even killing her now will not help. So there is only another way, which is to quell the Pokemon of the whole world. Luo Yang Bingsu is smart. She immediately thought of the fundamental concubine. Wisdom tells me that I can only use that trick. Athena said lightly, that trick? Eris blinked and asked curiously. Could it be that the goddess Athena has some mysterious trump card? Notify Brother Achen. Athena and Luoheo said directly. Eris had black lines all over his face, and after a long time, it turned out that he was going to hit 120 and find someone to save the scene. She can do this too, but she doesn't want to use it unless she has to. However, Eris also knew that their abilities could only seal the jealous witch. They couldn't suppress the world, so they could only ask for help. It was just a coincidence that at this time, Chen, who brought slime to found a country and accepted his secretary, received a request for help from another team in the Superdimensional discussion group. Merlin, you asked for help. Chen was stunned. He couldn't believe it. Didn't Merlin and Laozi appear in a world from scratch? Even if the jealous witch is resurrected, these 2 can be sealed. As for the fanatical followers of the jealous witch, the witches who want to resurrect her, Magneto is enough to hang them all. Why do you still need help? There is Aval and Merlin in Dalian, Master Chief, my battle target is not the entity. It's not that I can't beat it, but that I have no clue. It is estimated that I will be consumed to death. Merlin originally thought that his mission this time was the easiest, but it was actually very easy point, because there is Laozi among his entourage. Laozi's realm of the gods can deduce the fate, catch several reincarnators, and find out the reincarnators from the same world through their fate line point. So not long after the mission started, they almost wiped out the illegal reincarnators in a third world from 0 point. But the real trouble is not the reincarnators, but after the reincarnators were wiped out, the world did not know why a space earthquake suddenly broke out. They had seen the space shock that annihilated everything when Chen in the main world fought against the three gods of wind, thunder, and fire point. Although this otherworld space earthquake, the origin is unknown, and the power is much smaller, but the pressure on Merlin and Laozi was great, and Merlin and Laozi were preoccupied with guarding against the sudden appearance of the space table, and counteracting them with equal force point. If it weren't for Laozi's realm of the gods, which could reverse the yin and yang, and distort the reverse, and destroy the space shock, Merlin alone would not be able to defend a world point. The space earthquake was caused by the spirits of the fifth world. Chen has checked the mission information. The fourth mysterious world is a terrifying magical girl world, and the culprit behind the scenes is likely to come from their point. The fifth world is the world of elves, plus the space shock. It should be the world of dating battle point. The elves of the dating world are in the neighborhood, a different space plane, and every time they come to the real, good money, world, they will cause space meaning point. In fact, the elves came out of Yatashantoka. Slow fragrance is the crystallization of the original elves themselves, and the rest of the elves were transformed by human beings who obtained the crystallization of the spirit's sound. And Murasame Rian is not so much a elf, but a god, a power that is almost omnipotent and omniscient, and is undoubtedly the incarnation of God. In this case, the otherworld, which started from scratch, should have come into contact with the neighbors in the dating world point. But even if the two worlds are connected, space earthquakes will not erupt so frequently. Is it the mastermind behind the scenes? Chen originally thought that the reward for this mission was so generous, and there was no reason to catch the reincarnators. Perhaps there was a hidden mastermind among the more than 100 reincarnators, and that person was the one who detonated the time and space shocks of several worlds. Who will it be? Chapter 214 Aqua, you are not good. If it is really a reincarnated person on the list, maybe the exclusion method can be used. Chen dragged his chin and muttered, Merlin, you can resist for a while, and send us the list of the reincarnators you caught. After a pause, he instructed Merlin in the discussion group. Merlin nodded and sent the list to Chen. After that, Chen was going to inform Luoheo and the others to complete the task faster. I just didn't expect that Luoheo would find him first. Luo, brother, something happened. The jealous witch was reincarnated with Neuang. Neuang offended us and was killed by Athena with the power of death. The jealous witch was unable to resurrect Neuang, and then detonated the power of the world, and wanted to destroy the Pokemon world. Chen was stunned. He didn't expect that this mission seemed simple, but in fact there were a lot of traps hidden. Is it because the tasks in the past were too simple, causing them to not pay attention to it? To be honest, the task of dealing with the reincarnators and the Dream Demon team has always been simple. Difficulty point dealing with Travises is easy, and difficult point only the second Tianyuan mutation that erupted in Chen's main world could be considered difficult. The only purgatory difficulty is the trial mission of the Bull Demon King. However, purgatory is only for the entire internet cafe as a whole. For Chen, Satama's strength has just grown to the level that Chen can defeat. Moreover, Satama stopped cultivating because he has become too strong over the years and did not give full play to his potential. This time, Ren083 did not say the difficulty, but there are many tests secretly. Interesting. In the past, Chen always felt that the task was too simple, but now this is not bad. It can give him some fun. As for how to break out, even if Chen couldn't think of a way, the people like Azan, Achihamadara, or Achimaru, and Shinono Shao in the internet cafe are not idiots. They always think of ways. To deal with them, Athena is even more wise and let Eluoheo contact her because only he can deal with the jealous witch. Chen has 3 methods. One is to use the power of Pluton to resurrect Neuang and quell the anger of the jealous witch. His power is above Athena. What the jealous witch cannot do, Chen can do. But the jealous witch once devoured half of the world thinking that the magic power in wild. She wondered if she had a remedy, so the feasibility of this method was very low. The second is to suppress the Pokemon world by himself. Only Chen's strength can cover the planet and suppress the life of a planet without destroying the planet, but it will take some time. The third is to catch Arceus back. This internet cafe only Chen, Huizaoi, Saitama can do. After thinking about it, Chen finally decided to adopt the third method, because this was what he had in mind from the beginning. He wants to capture Arceus. Chen, Lana, you first seal the jealous witch, and at the same time, suppress all the reincarnators in the Pokemon world. Send me the list. Is there any problem? Luo, no problem, brother. Cat, Eluoheo can also deduce, but not as good as Laozi. He can only deduce a little clue. However, Athena's wisdom power is perverted, and a little clue in front of wisdom power is fatal. Even Athena's wisdom and power does not require quest clues, and it can judge a thing without basis. It is too simple to find the reincarnated person. Not to mention that there is a goddess of luck, Eris, beside them. With her lucky value, it was the fastest team to capture the reincarnated. It's just that I was lucky, and I directly caught the protagonist plus the big boss of Otherworld from zero, which messed up the mission. According to my instructions, there should be no more problems, and now Arceus and the reincarnator of my world are left to capture and tame Arceus. Only Chen can do it, and Aizen and the others should be in the Dwarf Kingdom. Now, it's time to support them. Before supporting them, Chen first went to the Goblin Village, where the slime was staying, and said to Limuru, I'm going to meet Aizen and the others. So fast, only half a day's effort. The Federation of Humans and the Alliance of Demon Kings should not be united yet. Limuru said in surprise. It has not been long since the goblins, the big ghosts, and the lizards were recaptured. It has just announced the establishment of a country, and it still wants to develop for a while. The situation has changed, and in a few days, 2 worlds are estimated to be destroyed. After finishing speaking, Chen simply told Limuru what happened to the Pokemon and the Otherworld from scratch. What? Limuru was taken aback. I didn't expect the task to become so complicated all of a sudden. I thought it was a simple task. You also know that the situation is urgent. Then you stay here and develop well. After swallowing the storm dragon, you can eat the divine potion, which will not only improve your potential, but also the potential of the storm dragon in your stomach. After Chen briefly reminded the slime, in a flash, Shine and Zhule, who were holding the big ghost clan, landed in the domain of the Dwarf Kingdom. Master Team Leader, it's so fast. Limuru felt a little emotional when he saw Chen disappeared all of a sudden. This is the strong one. Come and go without a trace. If it wants to become Emperor Shi, its strength cannot be too weak. Time and Space Store has a lot of good things. It has a lot of member points. It's time to buy. At this moment, the Dwarf Kingdom broke out in an unprecedented disaster, although they have sought help from the major human kingdoms, the Federation, and the Holy Knights Church, and even sent this emergency information to the Demon Kings. It is impossible for the major forces to form a coalition to fight against the sudden appearance of the god of creation, Arceus. Possible. And the Demon Lords don't believe in humans at all. Power of the Spirit King, causal distortion, 6 paths sorcery, 6 paths wheel tomb, shock fruit awakens space shake, seal the world, Ice Queen, armor of hell, Purgatory / over the Dwarf Kingdom. Aizen, Archer Hamadara, Whitebird, Acids, and Urza did their best to help the Sky Knights of the Dwarf Kingdom to resist Arceus. Genesis, Thor's Judgment. Arceus exploded a thunder like meteorite, destroying everything, easily destroying Aizen and their attacks, and also shooting down a large number of Sky Knights. The power is monstrous. Damn it, it's so powerful that we can't beat it. Uchiha Madara gritted his teeth. After half a day of fierce battle, the strength of Arceus has not weakened, but has become stronger. It has surpassed the level of Storm Dragon, and it is undoubtedly the level of half-step 7th order. At first, Aizen and the others just wanted to test their own strength. They could have been able to draw a tar, but now they are completely passive. If it weren't for Arceus changing his attack attributes every time, Aizen and the others could have predicted that they would have already lost. Damn it, why is my attack useless? High in the sky, Aqua muttered. She didn't say it was okay, but when she said that Qianlingji and Aizen rolled their eyes, Aqua just broke out the world-class flood magic Poseidon burial. It is used to attack Arceus, but it is useless against Arceus with all attributes resistance X. On the contrary, because it was an indiscriminate attack, he almost killed himself. The entire Dwarven Kingdom and neighboring countries are also almost finished. Fortunately, acids froze Hershey in time, otherwise they wouldn't need Arceus to take a shot, and they would be on the street. Goddess Aqua, don't make trouble. Yanlingji said helplessly. I'm ashamed of Yi Chen's confession. HMPH, what a mess. I can only exert my greatest strength when Achin is here. You don't understand my great power at all. Aqua hummed and retorted confidently. At this time, Arceus just hit the second wave of attacks. Judgment of Destruction. In the mouth of Arceus, the flames with destructive power formed a beam cannon and attacked Aqua. Even if Aqua's level is not lower than the current Arceus, she will still be severely injured in the face of such attacks, and the flame spirit G will be wiped out. Help. Chen. Aqua panicked, and in the face of such a terrifying attack, she even forgot to resist. Yanlingji was speechless and choked, thinking in her heart, does her first life have to be explained here? However, just when Yanlingji was desperate, the flame beam cannon was swallowed by the distorted void before it hit her and Aqua. The power of nothingness. Yanlingji and Aqua were overjoyed, and Aizen, Uchiha Madara, Whitebird, Acids, and Urza in the air all heaved a sigh of relief. Because this is the unique power of the group leader, Aqua. Yi Chen's figure appeared in the void, completely ignoring Arceus, who was coveting him, and knocked on Aqua's head, saying, "You're not good." Chapter 215 Nothingness vs Creation. Battle Arceus. Achin, there's nothing wrong with people, it's because that Pokemon is too arrogant. Aqua was knocked on the head by Yi Chen. Her eyes burst into tears, and her jade face had a lovely expression of grievance. Seeing her like this, Yi Chen was embarrassed to blame her for something. Damn it, it's cute again. The master almost killed her this time. Yanlingji snorted. Master, you can't indulge her every time. Aces angrily flew to Yi Chen's side and said Acitus feebly. Yi Chen was taken aback and saw that Aces was dripping with sweat. His face was grey, and he had obviously experienced a hard battle. It seems to have consumed a lot just now. And a big factor is that Aqua, that trick can drown the flood of the whole world, and it took acids how much divine power to freeze. Fortunately, ice overcomes water. Marine Admiral Aokiji of rank 5 can freeze a sea area, and acids of rank 6 can freeze the entire sea. If it weren't for Aces, Whitebird and Uchiha Madara couldn't have avoided the world from being engulfed by the flood just now. Don't talk, take a good rest, and then I will punish Aqua well. Yi Chen held Acid's catkin, infused her with divine power, and restored her physical strength. Although Aqua was a little unconvinced, she didn't say anything when Yi Chen blinked at her, otherwise she would definitely refute Acids. Master Chief, you're here. At this time, Aizen, who was in charge of the battle, along with Uchiha Madara, Whitebird, Urza, Meru who was watching the battle with Orochi, the boss of Kenos, and Shinobu who was driving the Asmecha all retreated behind Yi Chen. How did you guys get this time? Yi Chen said with a faint smile, the harvest is great, and it is the first time to fight with all my strength. Although Aizen looked bad and Ryatsu consumed a lot, he was very satisfied with this battle. At least he knew where his limits were, and what areas he was still lacking in. Uchiha Madara was silent, and he tried his best. Unfortunately, the 6 paths magic that he created could only force Arceus to force a few moves, and he would be injured if he continued to fight. However, a reincarnated creator god like Arceus, who is omnipotent and possesses the power of the creator god of Otherworld, cannot be encountered casually. Kalalala, this old man is fighting with all his might. Whitebird smiled weakly. This time, his biggest reward is to recall the determination to work hard as a child. At that time, he was still weak, and he was stronger than Luffy, Ace and the others when they were young, and the pirates in his hometown were in chaos, and the common people could not survive at all. He can only be a pirate to snatch the wealth of other pirates and support his hometown. It was also under this bitter experience that he continued to grow stronger and eventually became the strongest man in the world. The power of Arceus made him feel an unimaginable gap. If he lost to his partner in the internet cafe, he would not have such a gap, but losing to the mission target was absolutely impossible. And Elsa and Acids also have this idea to some extent. Losing to the mission target is the face of the superdimensional internet cafe. It's just that this time, I really can't blame them, because the enemy is too strong, and it is impossible for every mission to be a weak chicken. And this time, facing the reincarnated god of creation, Urza, Acids and the big guys have done a very good job to be able to do this. Chen was also satisfied with their performance. It's just because of Aizen and the others' retreat, the ministers and warriors of the dwarf kingdom are full of despair. Oops, even the strong ones can't do it. His Majesty the king was also struck by that divine beast. Is that a monster of the same level as the 4 dragon species? With such power, the awakened demon king will definitely not be able to compare with it. What should we do? Now, swear to the death to defend our citizens. Under the leadership of the kingdom's warrior captain, the cavalry who suffered heavy losses regained their morale. Even if Aizen and the others retreated, they would have to fight Arceus desperately. Seeing such a united army, Chen smiled slightly and shouted to Arceus, seeing such a scene, do you want to exterminate human beings? Humans, untrustworthy, do you want to be my enemy too? Arceus's eyes flashed coldly and asked point back then. It was stunned by a world-destroying meteor shower in order to save the world, and was saved by humans when it lost its strength and was dying. So it turned 5 slates into life jewels and gave them to them so that they have good weather and good harvests. But it's a pity that greedy humans wanting to occupy the precious jade of life and not wanting to return it, he set up traps to surround and kill it and seal it up. Now it has been reincarnated in this otherworld and has also obtained the power of the soul of the worlds creator god, Starking Dragon. It is the creator of the world, and it is highly compatible with the power of the soul of Starking Dragon. As long as the Starking Dragon's soul power scattered in the universe is completely integrated, it can advance and become the true creation god who destroys the world at the click of a finger. Zero flowers. It's just the resentment towards human beings that makes it unable to resist directly. In fact, the Storm Dragon was not within the scope of its clearing. It was the Storm Dragon that felt that it had invaded the opponent's territory, so it was angry. Storm Dragon took action to provoke the majesty of the god of creation, and naturally it would not be polite. And Chen is divine, so it doesn't want to do it directly. As the creator god, Arceus is actually very fair and reasonable, and Chen's goal is not to crusade or destroy Arceus, but to capture it. It feels great to catch only the god of creation as a pet. It's just impossible to catch it, even with a Master Ball. Master Ball is not as heaven-defying as imagined. Even if it can trap some divine beasts, it cannot be tamed. Zero. Come on, Arceus, the winner is the king, and the loser is the bandit. If you lose, you will give up the plan to destroy the world. If I win, you will surrender to me. Chen said lightly, saying that it doesn't seem like you are doing any harm. Aqua said with a wink. Chen's face is full of black lines. It's good to know. Don't say it. And Aqua, your mind is turning so fast today. You are a fool. You actually fooled this seat. Accept the sanctions. Genesis Judgment Stone. When Arceus heard this, he was furious, and a meteor shower with 16 kinds of attribute power slammed down with Chen as the center. The power of creation contains all the attributes and powers. This is only superficial power. The real horror lies in the original energy that creates all things. The original energy is from nothing. The power of, this is the true horror of creative power. The power of creation is similar to the power of the world, but the power of creation is an absolute innate power, and the power of the world has a wider scope. containing the source power of the entire world in the innate and acquired period point in this world. At the same level, the only thing that can resist the power of creation, or even better, is the power of nothingness. Interesting. I haven't had time to develop my own weakness, just to fight with you. Facing the meteorite rain full of the power of creation, Chen grinned, took out the golden sword from under his crotch, poured the power of nothingness, and unfolded the sword of nothingness at full speed. Void, destroy the world. Sword world. Chapter 216. The ultimate trick is the master ball of nothingness. Void, world destruction. Sword world. I saw the power of nothingness erupted in an all-round way, and the time and space where Arceus and Chen stood, including the entire dwarf country, was wrapped in the nothingness space that devoured, purifies, and annihilated everything. Point. Raise your hands. Change the world. In an instant, the meteorite rain that Arceus brought with the power of creation was all annihilated and purified into nothingness. Arceus's body also fell into the void space as, for a while, unable to move. Instantly suppressed the invincible enemy. This move not only caused the army of the dwarves to be extremely shocked. Even Aizen and others, who were very familiar with Chen and knew Chen's abilities quite well, were taken aback. This is the first time they have seen the leader of the group exert such power, more mysterious than the power that defeated Saitama last time, and doesn't require Chen's realm of the gods. He also did not use the artifact of truth, the magic book of truth. 083 is completely Chen's own strength. This is the team leader's trump card. The deep eyes in Aizen's glasses flickered. This kind of power is better than the power of the world and the power of creation. Kalalala, I feel like I'm in a space where everything is empty. Whitebeard exclaimed with a smile. On the trump card, I would like to say that the leader of the group is the strongest. Uchiha thought that Chen would definitely use the artifact of truth, or use the power of Pluton. But in the end, he didn't know how many cards the leader had. Achin, you are the best. Aqua cheered. That's it. Ace said rightfully, Master is the hardest and best. Yanlingji whispered seductively, okay. Chen said lightly, your power, are you also a creator god, or a world destroyer? Arceus stared at Chen coldly. He did not expect that Chen's level was not below it. No, it was to exceed 2 small levels. It is also a half step 7th rank, but in terms of combat power, Chen is infinitely close to 7th rank. Arceus is still far from it. If both are level 69. Arceus has 1% experience at level 69, and Chen has 99.99% experience at level 69. It seems close, but in fact the gap is very far, and Arceus, who has all attribute resistance, has no resistance to nothingness. Because of the attribute of nothingness, it is rare in the world, especially Chen's nihilistic attribute. It's even more mysterious. Arceus, sign a contract with me and become my Pokemon. At this time, Chen put forward his own conditions. The duration of the Void World Destruction Sword World is limited. He must fight quickly, and it is best to defeat the enemy without fighting. You want to enslave me? Wishful thinking. Arceus said angrily. No, I just want you to be my partner. The relationship is like a trainer and a Pokemon. And I'm better than you, so it's only good for you and no harm. Chen said leisurely, what if I say no? Arceus hummed. Yes, it seemed that he knew that Arceus would not agree easily, but Chen was still calm and did not mean to give up. Because this mission involves 3 worlds, as long as you tame Zeus, the information about the world of Pokemon and the world of slime can be learned through the power of the creator god, and the information of the reincarnated person can be obtained. At that time, when you go back to a third world from zero, you can easily find out who is behind the scenes, and, in order to complete the task, it doesn't matter if Chen spends more words. Of course, if it refused, then Chen would forcefully tame it. Therefore, Chen deliberately said with a somewhat regretful tone, if you don't agree, then I can only seal you. HMPH, you are exactly the same as those greedy humans. Arceus said coldly. As the god of creation, the competition between things and the survival of the fittest is the law of heaven, and you know it best. Point after finishing speaking, Chen held the void that turned into an invisible long sword of nothingness, and slashed towards Arceus. Void slash, a combat attack that can cut through all substances, and ignore the physical defense of the armor. Arceus turned the slate, and turned it into a barrier with the power of time and space. Point, but in an instant, it was broken by the void slash, and its skin was injured. Its void slash, Arceus burst out the light of life, healed his wounds, and the 16 slates turned, sending out 10-6 paths elemental energy beams, destruction judgment. The power contained in the 10-6 paths energy beams combined is enough to destroy the surface of the Earthworld. Point, a casual hit is comparable to a star destroyer, as expected of a half-step 7th order full attribute god of creation. He was stronger than the half-step rank of ordinary attributes and relying on Earthworld's power of creation, the 16 slates condensed are stronger than their original slates. Arceus, who originally lost 5 slates, was reincarnated and gained the power of the Stalking Dragon, and the new 16 slates obtained by evolution are different from the original 0, more powerful. Each piece carries the laws of different properties. If you want to defeat the current Arceus, it is estimated that Isaiah will not be able to do it. Point, only the pure energy attack of the bald-headed Demon King can defeat 10 times with one force. It's just that Chen's power of nothingness is precisely the omnipotent attribute that ignores any laws and annihilates any attribute, no matter how talented Arceus is, and no matter how complete his attributes are. His level is not as good as Chen's, and his quality is not as good as Chen's. The outcome has already been decided. One hit and one hit. In an instant, Chen did his best, poured all the power of nothingness into his full power, and launched the most violent counterattack. Void Thunder, the Wind of Nothingness, Phoenix of Nothingness, the White Horse of Nothingness, Void Boar, the Goat of Nothingness, the Way of Nothingness, Void Bull, the Pluton Sword of Nothingness, the Divine Sword of Nothingness, Melt into Nothingness. Formless, without trace, annihilate the power that devours and purifies everything, breaks the attack of Arceus in the form of power, and knocks down Arceus' entire body. Hey, say your hits. Arceus rolled his eyes, fell to the ground, looked at Chen in disbelief, and felt unwilling. Point, it's too shameful to score the outcome with one hit. This is completely based on level pressure, and it's a life-threatening enlargement move. If it completely integrates the 3.7 soul power of Stalking Dragon, it can become the real god of creation, destroying the world at the touch of a finger, and will not fail miserably. Point, but there are not so many if you who. The last trick. Point, Chen, who was a little weak at the moment, grinned and used the power of nothingness to condense into an invisible pokeball, Void Master Ball. After saying that, the Master of Nothingness threw the ball, lightly hit Arceus' skull, and then fell to the ground. Point, although everyone can't see the Master Ball, but they can see the void vortex caused by the launch of the Master Ball, and it is like a colorless black hole, which has absorbed Arceus, hodged it. Chen smiled slightly. Arceus has been suppressed by him and taken into a superdimensional internet cafe. Point, it's time to wrap up this internet cafe upgrade task. Point, he wants to see who is behind the scenes. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelos. There you'll find the original version of this story, and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 217, The Piece of the World. The mastermind behind the scenes is actually Chen. You are awesome. In the sky, after Chen captured Arceus, Aqua flew over to hug Chen and cheered. Okay. Chen touched Aqua's head and smiled slightly. Point, in fact, he originally wanted to wait for Arceus to reach his level before capturing Arceus. In that case, after signing a contract with Arceus, Chen will gain more power, and through the power of the Stalking Dragon, he will also understand the power of a super arrow. The power of the Stalking Dragon to annihilate the world at the click of a finger is its own divine power of creation. not the parallel importation of the demon god, which relies on the supreme law. Once the demon god of the forbidden universe could not use the supreme law of the universe, he was killed by A-lister 3 times, and the rest were exiled. Master Leader, what to do next? Arceus is defeated. We have to find out all the reincarnators in this world. It's a bit difficult. Orochimaru asked with a frown. This is his first mission in the real sense, after he became a member of an internet cafe. Although everyone has the same reward, he also hopes to complete it early and then get the reward of reincarnation. Once he decided to reincarnate into an immortal creature. It's simple. The corner of Chen's mouth was slightly raised. His mind communicated with the Superdimensional Network 20, and he forcibly extracted the divine power of the Star King Dragon from Arceus, and then saw, and heard and connected the entire slime world in one thought. The voices and futures of all life are under the listening of Chen's creation, seeing and seeing. Even if the team of the main god game and the dream space came, Chen would be able to understand it for the first time. And the soul of the reincarnated has a special soul mark, which can be called the reincarnation mark. Chen found all the reincarnators at once. There are several more than the list given by the internet cafe, but these are all legal reincarnations, such as slime is one of them, but there are some special cases. Team Rocket, Musashi, Kachiro, Cat, and there is one more member beside him, who is also a reincarnator, and that reincarnator disappeared as soon as he came to Otherworld. Chen squinted his eyes and pondered in his heart, that person might be the mastermind behind the scenes. Master, what's the matter? Yan Lingji asked curiously when Chen frowned. It's nothing. There's nothing wrong with this world. The future big boss, Emperor Shi, will solve it. After dealing with the reincarnated person, let's go back to the internet cafe first. After all, Chen used the power of creation to star all the reincarnated people on the list, and then included them in the internet cafe. Afterwards, he returned to the internet cafe with the newly received secretaries of the Ghost Clan, Shiyuan and Zhule. Aqua, Acids, and Fire Spirit G followed closely behind. Aizen, Uchiha Madara, Whitebird, Orochimaru, Dr. Kines, and Shinono Bundle looked at each other and felt that, although this trip to the Otherworld was short, there was nothing left to do, so they also returned to the internet cafe and go back to the internet cafe first. Chen's goal is to tame Arceus first. With absolute power, Chen persuaded Arceus to surrender. Arceus did not hesitate for too long, and declared to be Chen's Pokémon. Aqua rolled a glance at Arceus and complained, this god of creation is too spineless. He fought so fiercely before, and it looked like I was the only one in the world, but it turned out to be a spineless guy. However, Arceus was too lazy to get to know her in general. As the saying goes. Here and there. Arceus refused to accept it before, because Chen's identity and realm could not be said to be above it. But after entering the Superdimensional Internet Cafe, I saw such a wonderful Otherworld, and I also knew that this god of creation was just a frog in the bottom of the well. Who else is willing to stay in the original world as a small landlord? Back then, Laozi was able to join forces with the magic forbidden universe and become the god of creation, but he refused and ran back to the Superdimensional Internet Cafe. Arceus is not stupid. If he doesn't agree at this time, should he ask Chen to force him to sign a slave contract? It is not Aqua, but not so mentally retarded. Okay, Aqua, Arceus will also be a part of the internet cafe in the future. I'll go to the Pokémon world to handle the task first, and you will wait for me at the internet cafe. Chen touched Aqua's little head and warned. Alright. Aqua was very obedient this time, because she was not well behaved before, which brought a lot of trouble to Yan Lingji, Acids and the others. If she is not well behaved this time, she will really make Chen angry. Under special circumstances, she is still a little clever. After appeasing Aqua, Chen returned to the world of Pokémon with Arceus. Primitive power Sunlight Flame, primitive power, Absolute Zero, primitive power of Destruction Light. As soon as they appeared in the world of Pokémon, Chen and Arceus encountered Gulatin, Neptune, and Kirakira, and were also affected by their battles. Good luck too. Chen didn't know whether to laugh or cry, but he didn't expect these three god tiers to hit the muzzle of the gun. Originally, he wanted to find Aluoheo and the others first, and after asking about the situation, He would calm down the chaos of the gods and beasts in the world point, since they hit the muzzle. Let's suppress them in one wave. Pluton's verdict. Chen exerted the power of creation, and countless dark meteorite light balls fell from the sky, as fast as black light point cracked Karakura, Neptune Tooth, and Gilaton were hit by the dark meteorite light ball without knowing what was going on. Point rumbling. The violent explosion of dark energy knocked down the three ancient divine beasts in an instant, with such a powerful force in that breath. It's my brother here. At the moment when the three god tier beasts were defeated, Lualu, Athena, and Eris, who were far in the east, instantly sensed Chen's breath, and flew over at high speed. They hold jealous switches in their arms, and weak women like Xia Shizi and Liu are the safest in. Athena's power, the enchantment of the underworld. You are here. Seeing Eluoheo and the others coming, Chen nodded slightly. He knew that they couldn't have an accident, and the troublesome Pokemon were the runaway Pokemon. Brother, this is the jealous witch. I didn't expect that after she was reincarnated, half of the world she devoured was converted into the power of the world, and she used the power of jealousy to influence the divine beasts. In half of the world. Luoheo said. As for the reincarnators on the list, we have caught them all. There is a reincarnator on the list, Miss Jing. She is legal, but her state is not good. Eris had some sympathy for what happened to Miss Jing, so he mentioned her specially. Miss Jing is the first female protagonist in the slime world. Later, the slime swallowed her and obtained her human form, using her appearance. True women's clothing boss, you are the goddess 083. It's no problem if you want to revive her or save her. Chen said lightly, I just saved her, and she has nowhere to go, so I want to follow me forever. I don't know if it will conflict with the purpose of the internet cafe. Eris is a little helpless. Miss Jing wants to be the guardian knight of a sect. That Miss Jing is going to return to her world with her. Wouldn't that mean that she has become a traveler from another world? Most of the quests of the superdimensional internet cafes are caused by hunting down travelers from otherworlds. Then take it with you and sigh. This is no problem. Chen thinks this is not a big problem. As a non-staff member of the internet cafe, it is impossible to cause any time-space disorder or superdimensional tasks. It is not surprising that Miss Jing may even enter an internet cafe in the future. Think about the leader. Eris said happily. Chen, is the mission completed? Athena, who had been silent for a long time, asked. I'll take a look at the list first. Arceus, go and settle the chaos in the world. After Chen gave Arceus an order, he consulted the task list. With Arceus shot, the world will soon recover. No need to trouble Chen. Chen checked the list in order to find out who was behind the scenes and the real cause of the chaos in time and space. After reading the list, Chen unexpectedly found that all the reincarnators who appeared in the mission had been suppressed or dealt with, and no one was missed. No one behind the scenes? That's impossible. Otherwise, how did this mission come about? And how did the space earthquake come about? Therefore, Chen carefully reviewed and found a loophole on the list. A loophole that was neither obvious nor small, revealing the identity of the mastermind. Chapter 218 Magical Girl Baymami, Primal Elf. Brother, did you see anything? Seeing Chen's stunned expression, Luoheo immediately guessed that his brother had learned who was behind it. The list you gave me, Merlin's list, and the list of reincarnators I suppressed all included a magical girl named so and so. Although the names are different, but after careful calculation, the total number of places exceeds 2. Chen said, brother, are they alone? Are these magical girls avatars of the mastermind behind the scenes? Luoheo was surprised. Yeah, it's just that a name appeared in them, which made me secretly surprised. But the mastermind behind the scenes is from that magical girl world, and with some special methods, maybe it can really cause a time-space shock in several otherworlds. Chen dragged his chin and muttered, name? What name? Luoheo frowned slightly. It was definitely not easy to be able to make the world his brother speak so well. Is it a very advanced world? Magical girl, a magical world? Eris said, not necessarily. A world with magical girls is not necessarily a world of magic. Athena analyzed very calmly. The name is the magical girl Baymami, and my impression of her is that of a headless senior. Chen said with a trace of recollection. Baymami, headless senior. comes from the world of Magic Girl Madoka. Everyone likes to call them small round faces, and this is a masterpiece. The early work of Leozu, and the follow-up works of Leozu and Fate Zero, the first Emperor chapter in the FGO Lost Belt, etc. Magical Girl Madoka is the turning point of Magical Girl Point originally. Magic Girl belongs to the works of Kind and Sunny, and it is a masterpiece that has been transformed into a work of conspiracy and darkness to heal contradictions. Chen was shocked when he watched Magic Girl Madoka, because the first time he saw a magical girl, it turned out that she would die, and her head would be bitten off by a monster, and Duantao Senpai, Baymami, is one of the magical girls who received the lunchbox. I'm very impressed, Baymami. It's been a long time for Headless Senior Sister. Luoheo was a little stunned. With his brother's eyes full of memories, does he have any relationship with Headless Senior Sister, or his taste has surpassed that of human beings, and likes headless girls? It's not that her thoughts are too imaginative, but that cranky thinking is one of the natures of women. There are some women who are obviously going to die because of their looks, and they still have the dream of being a big star all day long, or marrying into a wealthy family, or meeting a caring and gentle domineering president and a Prince Charming. In comparison, Luo Liang's idea is a bit logical because she thought that her brother was not very tempted by such a lovely girl as her. Although Yan Lingji and Ace D successfully went to base, they took the initiative to attack at night. My brother may have an unknown hobby, then how should she be? What are you thinking about? Chen saw Luoheo staring at him strangely, her jade face full of tangle, and knew that she must be thinking about something messy. Is that the headless senpai behind the scenes? At this time, Athena asked. No, she should be part of the mastermind behind the scenes. Chen said. Why? Eris was slightly curious. Couldn't the mastermind behind the scenes be a group of magical girls? She is not a bad person. Even if she dies, she will not do such a thing that destroys the world and involves innocent people. It is very likely that a solar obsession has been used, and it must be a magical girl who uses her. Chen said leisurely, because he is familiar with the plot of the Magical Girl Madoka, and knows that the heroine Madoka will become a god directly later, relying on the cosmic extraterrestrial creature Chupa's wishing ability. She became a god with a special wish, become the true god of the universe who connects parallel universes, controls the order of the universe, modifies the timeline at will, and then disappears. If a girl with bad intentions makes a similar wish, it is entirely possible to get all magical girls and the obsession born of the magical girls despair black and becomes a witch. Plus some special means, it is entirely possible to cause chaos in time and space. And those who can make a wish, without exception, are girls with rich emotions in the Magical Girl Madoka world. The girl signed a contract with Chubby to realize a wish, and then became a magical girl. Magical girl soul gem will constantly be black, and due to various negative emotions, such as despair, the magical girl who is completely black and is a witch. After becoming a witch, she completely loses herself, thus spreading despair, and even destroying the world in the end. QP deceives the magical girl, and was born to destroy the witch. In fact, the magical girl is the root of the witch. However, because the witch had only despair and instinct left, Chen was certain that the mastermind behind the scenes was a special magical girl. Since it's a magical girl, then go and destroy her. I think she is in the world where Merlin is now. Luo didn't take the magical girl in his eyes. She had even defeated the devil, not to mention the mere magical girl. Chen smiled non-committally. Luo and the others didn't understand the speciality of magical girls in the little round-faced world. A wish that can affect the rules of the universe, although it is not omnipotent, it is too simple for those magical girls to gain power beyond Luoheo, Kanzeo. But anyway, go and find her first and the truth will be revealed. After Chen knew what world the mastermind came from, he knew how to deal with it. Now there are no doubts. He can just face it. At this moment, in the Zero starting a third, Merlin sent a signal to Chen. In the Superdimensional discussion group, there is Aval and Merlin in Dalian, Master Group Leader. I really want to discover the source of the space earthquake. On a tree of life, there is a sleeping goddess as beautiful as her elf, but it's just that she seems to be struggling Yi Chen, the Tree of Life, goddess. At the moment of receiving the information, Yi Chen frowned slightly, thinking of the original elf Chan Gong Minnow. Is she being controlled? Chapter 219 The Witch System, the Decomposition System. Yi Chen, Merlin, do you have any spare energy now? He remembered that the space earthquake caused by Chang'an Bay could easily wipe out a country and once killed 150 million people. And this is just the space shock caused by the birth of Chang'an Bay. Not that she deliberately detonated the space shock point. If the space shock is fully detonated, then it will be no problem to destroy the planet point. Even if space could not destroy the planet, she could easily use her own power, because the power of all elves comes from her, and one of the elves, the Angel of Zingan Liuking, Unblocking Lord, can directly stop the planet from running point. If Chang'an Teo kept causing space earthquakes before, it would be really hard for Merlin and the others to resist such a strong space. I don't know how much energy is needed. There is an Avalon Merlin in Dalian. It's okay, if we hadn't comprehended the realm of God, we would be powerless. Yi Chen, okay, you guys stick to it for a while, I'll come right now. After all, Yi Chen, the jealous witch sealed in Luo Yang's arms, told Luo Heo and the others to go back to the internet cafe and then directly descend to the otherworld from scratch. When Luo Heo and the others saw this, they were not in the mood to capture Pokemon for the time being, so they all returned to the internet cafe to watch the battle of otherworld that started from scratch. Luozi and Athena originally wanted to go to war, but thinking of Yi Chen's advice, they should still watch the live video in the internet cafe. Otherworld from scratch. Overall, this is a level 087 far inferior to a slime's otherworld. However, the witches who control the power are similar in nature to the gods, but their combat power is not as strong. And in the world that the members of the Superdimensional Internet Cafe have experienced, the mere gods are nothing. After Yi Chen came to this otherworld, he didn't show up directly, but searched for the Tree of Life that Merlin said in the void. It really is the Kabbalah Tree of Life. In Yi Chen's eyes, there is a Tree of Life that contains the origin of a world, with 10 particles ranging from 1 to 10. This is the crystallization of 10 elves from the future Tobiichi Origami to Yatta Jintoka, and so on. And the 3-layer energy that originated from the Kabbalah Tree of Life is Chang'an Teo. The current Chang'ongling is still a primitive elf and has no name. In a daze, listening to the voice of the soul in my mind, wantonly destroying the world. Sure enough, being controlled. See who the soul in her mind is perceiving Chang'an Teo's emotional fluctuations. Yi Chen frowned, and with his own Pluton's divine soul plus the power of nothingness, he silently sneaked into Chang'an Teo's soul realm. At this moment, in Chang'an Teo's soul realm, there is a witch with weak soul, but extremely powerful. I'm finally going to become the Witch of Destruction. The witch saw that Chang'an was about to destroy the universe under her control, and she felt extremely proud in her heart. Her real name is Marley, and her nickname is Ronja. A traveler, an older woman who loved female novels in her previous life, was cheated by a scumbag, and died of hatred after taking sleeping pills. After death, the resentment could not be resolved, and accidentally obtained the witch system, and was reborn in the magical girl Madoka world. Being reborn in such a desperate and dangerous world, her heart was originally very desperate, but thinking that she only wanted to take revenge on the world, it didn't matter. In addition, in the mission with the witch system, there is a destruction mode. As long as the world is destroyed, she can become a demon, so she pretended to be pure to gain the trust of the heroine Madoka and the senior sister Baymami, and mixed into that circle. Coupled with rich inner emotions and extraordinary origins, she has the potential to become a magical girl, and successfully deceived Kyubi, which shows that Meng Meng is actually the most disgusting alien creature in history. Therefore, she successfully made a wish to Cupid, a witch who collected the resentment of all parallel time and space in the past, present, and future universe, so as to obtain the desire to destroy all power, contrary to Madoka's wish, but also directly conferred a god. It's a pity that she didn't know whether it was Cupid's backhand or a mysterious factor that caused the resistance of the root of the universe, and her wish failed. In the confrontation with the root of the universe, time and space are shaken. She took the soul of Baymami, who had just died, and the soul of a witch from the past, present and future, and was reincarnated into 4 otherworlds, one of which was the neighboring world of the dating battle, controlled by her, and several magical girls on the task list are all her clones. Her goal is to destroy several otherworlds to complete the witch system's mission of revenge for destroying the world, thus conferring gods again, and Tianyuan Minato's power is originally a demon god, although it is not as good as a true god, but as long as she is in control of her constant destruction, the world will be destroyed sooner or later. HMPH. That magician with all the petals, you can't beat this queen, wait until I destroy the world, and then I will pamper you. Cat. Millie sneered in her heart. She has regarded herself as a high-ranking queen. She must eradicate the men in the world. She wants to create an era of feminism, and let the once high-ranking men become slaves and eunuchs, the more excellent men. The lower the status, let them kneel and lick as her licking dog. The more she thought about it, the more proud she became, and Millie couldn't stop smiling. I'm sorry, I can't help it. You're laughing so ugly. I've never seen such an ugly soul. Suddenly, there was a burst of vomiting and groaning. Who is it? Millie was taken aback. This is the soul of Tianyuan Mutation. Tianyuan Mutation is protected by the Kabbalah Tree of Life. Who can break the Tree of Life and enter here? You must know that she also invaded the soul of Tianyuan Minimum by chance. It doesn't matter who I am. You just need to know that I'm here to kill you. When Chen invaded the soul of Chan Palace, he also used the sensuality to the soul of this older woman, who has long been able to foresee the future and listen to the voice of all things, easily heard all of Marley's inner monologues. After understanding the cause and effect, he felt that this Millie really deserved to die. For his own selfish desires, he would not hesitate to destroy the world. The mission of the witch system is not only in the destruction mode, but also in other modes. It is her madness for rapid growth, which has brought unimaginable trauma to several worlds, but these are not the most important point. The most important thing is that this kind of woman makes him feel sick. Chen, who originally hated killing women, had murdered a woman for the first time. Kill me, just you, ha 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 ha, can you do it? Millie stared at Chen grimly. Such a handsome and excellent man must be a scumbag. Scumbags are going to die. Go to hell, Millie roared angrily, and the resentment of the witch she brought turned into countless monsters, biting towards Chen. In her opinion, no matter how mysterious and powerful Chen is, she has so many witch resentments in the soul world, and it is impossible for her to lose to a mere man. Pato. Void. World destruction sword world. Chen didn't keep his hands at all. As soon as he made a shot, it was a law. The full power of nothingness annihilates and purifies the resentment of the witch. The powerful monster disintegrates instantly, and Millie is even more imprisoned in the void space, unable to move. No, how can it be so strong? Millie panicked. Before she made a wish to become a god, she was not afraid of Chen, but now that she is weak, she has no real god power at all. Not to mention that, even if she has the power of a real god, Chen has a way to kill her. Who are you? The otherworld that started from scratch doesn't have your character at all. Who are you? Are you the Time and Space Administration? Millie shouted in a panic. Die. Chen didn't bother to tell her even half a word. The divine sword formed by the power of nothingness directly penetrated her soul and annihilated her. Done. After finishing the incident, Chen clapped his hands and planned to return to the internet cafe, but suddenly Marley's dissipated soul force appeared in Chen's hands. Ding. The task is completed. The master kills the mastermind behind the scenes and gets an additional member point of 10,000. Get the spoils. Which system? Decomposable. Whether to activate the internet cafe decomposition system. At this moment, Chen was stunned. Decomposing the system. Chapter 220 Random Decomposition. The mysterious gift box turned out to be. Ding. Activate the disintegration system. Activate. Why not activate? Hearing the prompt sound in his ear, Chen activated the new internet cafe function without hesitation. To be honest, Chen had also killed systematic people before, but he did not activate the decomposition system. This time, he was very surprised. But think about it carefully. It may be related to the too thorough death of the previous traveler after the death of Marley this time. The white light in her soul should be her system, and this system is not an evil system, but a selective system point. Therefore, the super dimension internet cafe will decompose it. Ding. The internet cafe decomposition system is activating. Activation successful. After a while, the decomposition system was successfully activated, and Chen immediately checked the functions of the decomposition system point. This function should not exist specifically to decompose the system. Sheet. But the result surprised Chen. Point decomposition function. It can decompose all equipment, treasures and even life souls. All internet cafe members can use it, but the option to decompose life souls is only Chen. After decomposing, you can get member points and random treasures, and the random treasures obtained are determined according to the decomposed items. After decomposing Frostmourne, you will get 20,000 membership points plus a random gem, such as Nether Ice Soul. This gem is worth more than Frostmourne point. However, this is a probabilistic event, and it is possible to obtain a lower level gem that is a ghostly ice soul. Death Ice Seed. That would be a loss. It's a face-to-face decomposition system. Chen smiled slightly. He wouldn't dissolve Frostmourne anyway, although he rarely used this sword recently. However, that witch system can be broken down. Chen dragged his chin and thought for a while. The witch system was useless to him. He was a man, and it was impossible to transfer to a witch point. Keep training witches? It doesn't seem necessary. Point. In addition to the destruction mode, the witch system upgrades very slowly in other modes. Super Dimension Internet Cafe has so many treasures, why bother? Internet Cafe, decompose the witch system. Chen said. Ding. Decomposition is successful. Ding. Get 50,000 member points, current. 215,000 member points. Ding. Get the best artifact, Blade of Hellfire. The artifact of truth. Chen looked at the slender black blade sword that appeared out of thin air, and the blade was still burning with fierce flames. This is the unquenchable flame of the underworld. The level of this artifact is still above Frostmourne point except for the magic book of truth and the ring of faith. Chen's commonly used artifacts are the flamed Kaikasujetsu and the dark Frostmourne. With the blade of Mingayan, it seems that he has changed from the second sword to the third sword. Members have ordered 200,000. After the upgrade of the internet cafe this time, I will no longer be able to afford treasures. Chen coughed and felt that the harvest this time was really huge. Point. After accepting Arceus, I got 60,000 membership points before and after, plus the original more than 100,000. It was directly over 200,000. Even if the internet cafe is upgraded, there is nothing he can't afford. But what should this girl do? Now Chen is still in the soul world of Changong, and Changong Tao, as a primitive elf, exists like a god. His nature is undoubtedly sunny, but it was used by the villain of the war world to cause an unprecedented catastrophe. Point. After that, he happened to meet Shinji Takemiya, the previous life of Shidao Wu, and watched him die before planning all the events that followed. Point. Now that Chen has met her, naturally he will not let future disasters happen. Seeing that you are a girl, it will be cheaper for you once. Chen flicked his fingers and shot a white energy into Chang'an Minato's body, which contained the essence of his life, part of Pluton's power and the memory of internet cafes. With these, even if Chang'an Tao is summoned to be born in the future, it will not cause too much disaster, nor will he be confused. Point. After doing all this, Chen left Chang'an Soul World and landed on the sky of the Earthworld, which started from zero. Master Chief, is the mission over? Merlin noticed that the space shock suddenly stopped, and when he saw Chen appear again, he immediately guessed that Chen had solved the matter. Well, we've got the mastermind behind the scenes. Go back to the internet cafe and settle the mission. Point. After all, Chen took the lead in returning to internet cafes. Merlin and Laozi, Magneto, Tony and other mission participants also returned to internet cafes. After returning to the internet cafe, Merlin, Laozi and the others were excited for the first time. Point. Because Chen has completed the task settlement. Ding. The task is completed, and the final settlement begins. Reward 1. Internet Cafe Upgrade, LV3 LV4. Time and Space Store Afresh. The check-in function of internet cafes has been updated, and the membership points obtained by daily check-in are doubled. from 300 points per month to 600 points per month. In the update of the online game mode, this update will take 72 hours. After the update, the online game mode will be upgraded to a real online game mode. Reward second, all members of the internet cafe will get a chance to reincarnate. Reward 3, all members of the internet cafe will get 500 membership points, 1 roulette lottery draw, and 1 mysterious gift box. Ask for flowers roulette lottery, all internet cafes participate. Included, items worth 100,000 member points to 100 member points, and you may also get member points directly. Mysterious gift box, vary from person to person, open it by yourself, there will be surprises. Evil King True Eyes Liuha, wow, this update, the civilians have a big victory. Although this trip to the Pokemon world was short, she managed to catch the Pokemon she wanted, and with a bonus of 500 member points this time, Liuha's deposit was nearly 2000 member points. Shizi, it is indeed our victory. Alice, after this mission, I finally got 1000 member points, to buy a talent copy card. Mei Sakurajima, what kind of talent is good to copy? She now has more than 5000 membership points, no more or no less, and she has never thought about what items to buy. 0. Sage Hui, yeah, this is a problem. Sakurajima Mei Senpai still has many choices, but she and Shizi Senpai have limited membership points, and can only choose one talent point. Tony, don't rush to buy a talent copy card. Have you drawn the roulette this time? Items from 100 to 100,000 membership points, this is a rhythm of earning money. Golden Retriever Eyeing Lily, comrade with big shit, do you think you are the emperor of Europe? Tony, hey, I'm white, and I'm definitely better luck than blacks. Muto Game, listen, yes. Muto Game smiled slightly, listening to Tony say this, his face of the Egyptian pharaoh turned black. The strongest dad, kula la la, why should everyone be hurt? It's better to see the real chapter under your hand. And the mysterious gift box hasn't been opened yet, or it's better to see who opens it. Yi Chen nodded, Mr. Whitebeard is right, the items in the mysterious gift box this time are very good. Tony, Master Chief, have you opened the mystery gift box? Yi Chen, of course. To tell the truth, he also took a deep breath and opened the very suitable and amazing treasure. Luoz, brother, can you tell me what you drove? Yi Chen, of course, it's not a big deal. After saying that, Yi Chen directly opened the mysterious gift box in his hand and saw a flash of black light, a supreme divine garment, shining and stunning the audience. P.S. The 6th day of the new year and the 7th day of the new year will start to update normally, first for a week and 10 updates every day. Chapter 221 Kinnus and Orochimaru, you don't even dare to wear women's clothes, what kind of scientist are you? Part 3, please subscribe. Wow, what a solemn, noble, supreme and sacred armor. In an instant, the girls such as Roka, Kasumi Shiko, and Sakurajima Mei couldn't help but side with Starlight. Urza is even more envious, she wants a set of such beautiful magic armor, this is a perfect work of art. Tony, Master Chief, how much is this thing? I think it's much cooler than my mecha. Looking at the armor in Yi Chen's hands, Tony had a cool feeling. This is the Pluton costume. It's not the ordinary Pluton costume, but the costume worn by Pluton Hades. It's an artifact of truth. Do you think you can buy it with money? Yi Chen held Pluton in his hands, divine clothing, and some can't put it down. Anyone who has seen Saint Seiya knows what Hacker's costume of Pluton Hades is. It is full of the spirit of the king of the underworld, and that set of costumes is not the real costume of Hades. The real body clothes are more luxurious and gorgeous. Most of the clothes of the 12 main gods of Olympus are golden, but the one of Hades himself is dark golden. And the power of Pluton's divine garment can even increase Yi Chen's divine power to a high level. After wearing this Pluton divine garment, Yi Chen has already surpassed some levels of strength under normal conditions. No, this is by no means a treasure of money and ordinary members' energy. Tony, okay, when I didn't say it. He's starting to feel like he's not the richest man in the world, but luckily this time he also has a gift box and can use roulette to get membership points or equivalent treasures. He thinks no matter how unlucky he is, he will earn at least 100 member points this time, So he doesn't believe that he is so bad. Now it's only in the early 2000s. The strongest dad. Cool la la la. Is this the handwriting of the mysterious gift box? It seems to be a treasure. Enel. Originally, I wanted to open the gift box after drawing the roulette wheel, but this time, let's just open the gift box. Zios his bundle. I think it's boring to open the gift box directly. It's better for everyone to draw the roulette together and then open the gift box collectively. At the same time, the rewards of the roulette and gift box are posted on the discussion group. At that time, whoever has the best luck, whoever invites everyone goes to his world for a banquet. Aqua, the water god of wisdom. It's a good idea to have a banquet. Aqua likes to have parties the most. After thinking about it, she was afraid that Chen would not agree, so she hugged Chen's hand, slid his arms proudly, and said delicately, "Achin, do you think this is good?" Chen looked at Aqua. This coquettish and cute way of selling meat, and meat is getting more and more sophisticated, and can't help but nod. I think this is a good idea. This time, the Luck King and the roulette wheel will definitely get treasures from 100,000 members, as long as you think it's okay. Okay. Azen, 100,000 membership points, then spending 5,000 membership points for everyone to come over for a banquet. There is nothing wrong. Uchiha, not bad. Magneto, I don't mind either. Tony, if I was the king of luck, I would be happy too. Enel, no. I think if you get a treasure worth 100,000 membership points, you can only decompose it, because you don't even have membership points to buy a big shuffle card. Won't you be very painful then? So, let me share the pain for you. Tony, fuck, my name Tony alone has more than 5,000 membership points. Enel, AAH. Waste poetry, AAH. Evil King True Eyes 6 flowers, a Sakurajima May. Why is everyone AAH? Golden Retriever Eri, you only need AR is right. Sakurajima May, AAH. Azen, AAH. I think AAH is good. Uchiha HMPH. I think it's okay. There is an Avalon Merlin in Dalian, AAH. Actually, it's mainly to see who. Tony, Pete. Tony's face is depressed. He seems to be set on fire again, although he is an arms dealer and can easily be set on fire, but the firepower is too strong. Even the boss, everyone came out with him. Fortunately, the people on the science side didn't have him, and the science side really turned to him. Orochimaru, who was humbly studying, said, "Actually, I also think it's not bad." Tony looked at Orochimaru in surprise, then looked at Dr. Kinus. His eyes seemed to say, "We have a traitor among us." However, Dr. Kinus ignored his eyes. Dr. Kinus, AAH alright, AAL, everyone is happy. At this moment, Tony was petrified, and his heart was cold and cold. The huge internet cafe has no one to support him. Magneto, everyone, don't be a kid. Start playing roulette, and you'll have to open the gift box later. Magneto had no choice but to come out to protect his stupid son. Zayashizi, wait, I think there is a problem. Magneto, huh? What more questions are there? Zayashizi, the one with the best luck treats the guest, and the one with the worst luck will not be given a special punishment. Evil King Zena and Liuha, that's very simple. The worst luck is women's clothing. Tony, women's clothing? With this punishment, Tony, Enel, Whitebird, King, and Muto Games are all a little panicked. Even Azen was only superficially calm, and his eyes flickered a little. This punishment is too cruel. Uchiha, what about the girls? Women's clothing is not fair to us. Enel, yes, do girls want men's clothes? Zayashizi, men's clothing is men's clothing. Girls don't look ugly in men's clothes. They are even a little handsome. But boys and girls are dressed up. Tony, no, that's too cheap for you guys. Zayashizi, then what do you say? Tony pondered for a while, and finally, when his eyes flashed past Mai Sakurajima, he came up with a brilliant idea. Tony, if it's a girl, wear a bunny girl outfit for a week, and you can't change it even after school. Hearing this, the girls were all silent. It was not difficult to wear a bunny girl outfit for a week. But they can't change when they go to school or after school. The people in the school absolutely think they are crazy and are super embarrassed. You will definitely be treated as a slut by then. Shinono bundle. I think the bunny girl costume is very good. Chen source. You should like it. At this time, the bundle of Zyozzy pointedly reminded the girls. Yi Chen. Well. Yi Chen nodded instinctively. Afterwards, the internet cafe girls all watched. Luo Liang. Brother. Luo Heogio groaned. Yi Chen. Cough. I'll just say it casually. The evil king's true eyes and 6 flowers. Well, I believe you. Expression. Knowing smile. Alice, I believe in you too. Expression. Laughing but not speaking. Zashizzy, eyeing Lily, and the sage Hui Royale looked at the eyes with anticipation, and then, Zashizzy, as a representative, agreed. Zashizzy, I understand, so be it, but if you guys lose, you have to wear bunny girl clothes for a week, and you have to walk on the street for an hour every day. Tony's face changed, and for a week, he was still a bunny girl, which is a bit of a wolf. Uchiha Madara, I suddenly feel like abstaining. If people in the ninja world found out that Uchiha Madara was wearing a bunny suit, he would probably be laughed to death. Such a humiliation, even with the eyes of the moon, infinite Tsukuyomi, can't be washed away. Studying with humility. Orochimaru, I don't care. Orochimaru is very indifferent. For the sake of longevity and pursuit of the truth of the world, it doesn't matter if he becomes a woman or takes away a woman's body, let alone women's clothes drive. Kiness, actually I don't really care. Tony, I think you Jane 3.7 are the scum of scientists. Dr. Kenneth Orochimaru looked at Tony with contempt and said in unison, you don't even dare to wear women's clothes. What kind of scientist are you? Tony, why are they thinking about me, but they feel that what they say makes sense? Zashizzy, the minority obeys the majority. You boys have no choice. Reincarnated slime Limuru, it's his slime, so incompetent can't help but get involved. The bundle of Zyozhi, what do you say, Mengwang Jiang? At this moment, the end of Zyozhi, Zashizzy, Liuha, Alice, and the Saint who do stared at Limuru with sparkling eyes. This cute king's women's clothes are so beautiful that the girls are jealous. How could they let them go alone? Limuru originally wanted to sell cute and cute, but now it seems that he has thrown himself into the net. If he knew it earlier, he would have pretended not to know about it. Yi Chen, ahem. Since everyone has acquiesced, let's start playing roulette. With Yi Chen's order, the luck competition officially started. Chapter 222 Uchiha Madara, Orochimaru, you are a mediocre after all. With Yi Chen's order, all members of the internet cafe opened the lottery roulette and this time, the lottery roulette is not limited to the official members of internet cafes. Therefore, the Marquis, Izai, Queen Medusa, Yi Chen's exclusive witch Luculasia Zala, and Quan Wang, the useless world of heaven and earth, the 3 goddesses of creation, can all draw prizes. The mysterious gift box can only be opened by official members. Luo Liang, brother, I got a drop of blood above the rank Phoenix blood essence. It seems to come from some perfect world. Luo Heo's hands were extremely fast. And he was the first to open the roulette wheel, and the first to see his reward. Yi Chen, that's really a coincidence. The reward I got is the same as yours, but mine is the blood of the real dragon. True dragons and phoenixes are the bloodline of the immortal king, and a drop of blood essence is worth a lot. Reincarnated slime Limuru, how much is the bloodline above the 7th rank worth? Yi Chen, not much, only 50,000 points. Hearing this, Limuru gasped. A drop of blood is 20 worth 50,000 member points, not much, eh? It is a more installed. Alice, wow. Is it the Emperor of Europe? I only got 500 member points for the tier 4 weapon, the Hellstone sword, which is no match for the Master Luo and the team leader. 100-fold difference is a real blow to people. Golden Retriever Ang Li, I have sunk and got a devil fruit worth 250 membership points. Zashizzy, 250 is a really good number. Sakurajima, What is devil fruit? Golden retriever Rying Lily. It's not a dog anyway. The evil king's true eyes and 6 flowers. Hey, there is something tricky. Shizzy. Didn't you agree to upload the pictures of the items you've drawn? Eyeing Lily. Golden retriever Rying Lily. But you haven't uploaded it yet. Shizzy. Well, let's upload it together. After all, Shizzy drew her to the roulette treasure to upload. Item. Spelling spell point value. 888 membership points. Note, high causality magic. You can change the world through words, and the effect depends on your own magic power. Sage Hui. After Kasumi Shiko uploaded the pictures, Sage Megumi, Sakurajima May, and Rocker all uploaded their own pictures. May Sakurajima. Item. Characteristic Holo X. Value. 999 membership points. Note, the top holo talent will be automatically turned on when in danger, immune to attacks, and even the sense of presence will disappear. Holy Sage. Item. Characteristic Saint X. Value. 1399 membership points. Note, as a special saint and the innate characteristics, X level saints will get increased mystery, X level HP automatic recovery, X leadership power, X magic resistance, maximum luck improvement, second only to X luck, and there is a certain probability of getting apocalypse. Birds swim in 6 flowers. Items. 666 membership points. Value. 666 membership points. Note, 666. You are really 6. English pair. Item. Cat fruit Uderman's yellow golden lion form. Value membership points. 250 points. Note, the prototype is the guardian beast of Leo of the 12 constellations, and the guardian god is Apollo, the sun god. So he has obtained the power of the sun, but devil fruit needs to be developed by the host itself, and the value is low. Shizzy. Tweet, the one who didn't get the pair without my Yingli is the devil fruit, which is rarer than Logia, but unfortunately, although it is not a defeated dog, it is still a golden retriever. Loser Yingli. No road race. Yingli Li knew that after her devil fruit was exposed, she would definitely be complained about by selling poems. True Eyes of the Evil King. Liuha. It's actually okay, at least it's more useful than the 666 member points I got. Golden retriever Yingli Li. Your 666 membership points can completely buy devil fruit of the same level or even stronger. Shizzy. Yes, I envy you. Liuha. True Eyes of the Evil King. Liuha, what do you envy me? You are all 888,999, especially System A and Sage Hui. Your talents are simply enviable. Saint Hui. I don't know why I have the title of Saint. Shizzy smiled lightly. Who knows? In fact, she also felt a little guilty in her heart. My reward is the magic of words, saying the law, and distorting the reality. Is it because I'm very vicious? May Sakurajima. Hollow. This is a reward. Based on my experience, I'm suddenly curious about what the mysterious gift box has. Golden retriever Rying Lily. Can you forget it? I got a golden retriever fruit when I was a golden retriever, so it seems that the mysterious gift box must be related to the defeated dog. Shizzy. I didn't expect that my Lily still has self-knowledge. Golden retriever Airy Lee. No road race, you damn it woman. The strongest daddy. Cora. Actually, I didn't expect that the value points of the phantom beasts are only 250 points. So wouldn't my shock fruit be lower? Chen. Father, if you sell your shock fruit, it will become a crystal of shock fruit, including your level of development. You can get at least 1000 membership points by selling shock fruit when you first join the internet cafe. Now sell for at least 15,000 points worth. Thorenal, how could it be 15 times worse? Chen, your father is now rank 6. He has taken the potion of the gods. Shock fruit has evolved, and with his level of development, 15,000 member points are not enough. The strongest dad. 087 Kuala. Although the value is very high, but even if it is 150,000 member points, I will not sell at. Magneto. Yes, I won't sell my magnetic talent either. Aizen. Well, just like I'm not going to sell my Kaikasujetsu point or Orochimaru. I think it doesn't matter, as long as it can create greater value. All abilities can be traded. Achahamadara, you don't understand. If you sell your innate talent, you will always feel that something is missing. Of course, I can understand your mood. You are a mediocre with no talent after all. Orochimaru, Achahamadara, I miss your grandma, the strongest dad. Kilalala, everyone, stop joking, upload the treasures you got, a skill book I got, break the world, worth 300 member points, Thorenal, hey, daddy, my treasure is more valuable, it's a jade slip, Thunder Half Moon Slash, worth 500 membership points king. The strongest man on earth, Thundering Half Moon Slash, doesn't seem to have a higher level than heaven and earth, although he is just an otaku. You can tell the difference between the two just by hearing the name. Chen, that's the gap between the skill book and the jade slip. Jade slip. All of a sudden, in the internet cafe, all the members, except Luo Liang and Laozi are watching Chen. What is the difference between jade slips and skill books? Chapter 223 Madam Ban, who dare not take pictures. Chen, you don't have to look at me like this. In fact, the difference between jade slips and skill books is very simple. Skill books are one-time use. You can control the skills when you use them, and then the skill books disappear. But the skill books can be handed over to others to learn. Aqua's eyes lit up when she heard the words, and she hurried to answer Water God of Wisdom Aqua. That is to say, jade slips cannot be taught to others. Chen, wrong. Aqua was immediately stunned, and Chen rejected her guess without hesitation. Chen, the jade slip is used for inheritance. It is a special treasure that stores spiritual memory. The effect skills are similar to those of books. Holding the jade slip can absorb mental memory and learn skills. Although it cannot be mastered immediately, the value is higher, because it can be used by anyone who gets it. The strongest dad, that is to say, me and my other children can learn the Thunder Half Moon Slash, but they can't learn from me. Chen nodded. Exactly how Point King, the strongest man on earth. It's the difference between consumables and fixed items. Chen, it can be said that, but the skill book is an instant master, and it takes time to comprehend the jade slip, and the speed of cultivation depends on each individual's talent. Muto game, the person who gets the skill book can also teach his skills to others. Aizen, no, you don't understand. The difference between having a jade slip as a genius and a mediocre. Achahamadara, do you think anyone can learn the same ninjutsu? There are a lot of idiots in this world. Even if you tell them all your insights and teach them all the skills, they still can't understand it. But it's different if you have mental memory. Now, after absorbing the mental memory in the jade slip, even a pig knows how to use this skill, although it is not as good as those geniuses who know a little bit, but at least it can be learned. After speaking, Achahamadara deliberately glanced at Orochimaru on the seat not far away. Feeling the scornful gaze of Achahamadara, Orochimaru couldn't sit still. Orochimaru, I'm a genius of Konoha. As long as it is ninjutsu, I will not be able to do it. Achahamadara, Tsukuyomi, Amaterasu, Susanoo, will you, puff? Orochimaru suddenly hung up on his heart, and felt a pain in his heart. After a long pause, Orochimaru gritted his teeth and said, Achahamadara, do you think you can do whatever you want with the bloodline limit? Achahamadara, sorry, Sharingan is amazing. Believe it or not, I'm putting infinite Tsukuyomi over your base tonight. Orochimaru's face stiffened. If the former Achahamadara threatened him with infinite Tsukuyomi, he would not believe him. But now Achahamadara is already a 6th order powerhouse, a level character of Sage of 6 Paths, and it is really possible to cast infinite Tsukuyomi. There is an Avalon Merlin in Dalian. I said, what are you still making? Don't you upload pictures of the treasures you got? Could it be that you have wrecked and deliberately diverted your attention? The worst luck, but women's clothes. Hearing this, Achahamadara and Orochimaru didn't look very good. When the members of the internet cafe saw that they were all silent, they immediately looked at their faces and found that they were also strange. Could it be that Orochimaru and Achahamadara both sank? Aizen, I didn't sink. The item I got was a bottle of divine potion, worth 10,000 member points. Achahamadara, it can't be a coincidence. It can't be something you bought at the time store to make up the number. Aizen, do I need to waste membership points? Aizen covered Pei's forehead. He wasn't afraid of women's clothes, So was it necessary to deceive people? Moreover, he has already eaten 3 bottles of the divine potion, and his true strength is already the 6th order great perfection, which is almost half a step. Otherwise he would not be able to stop the reincarnated creation god Arceus for so long. The effect of the potion of the gods on him is already very general. And he will not waste member points on unnecessary things. Aizen, by the way, why are you reacting so intensely? Do you really want women's clothing? Uchiha Madara, bullshit. Uchiha Madara can't wear women's clothes in my life. Huh. The treasure I got is a piece of clothing worth a full 3000 membership points, studying with humility or Orochimaru. Then why don't you upload pictures? Uchiha Madara, this what he got. Uchiha Madara was ashamed to open his mouth, and he would never use that treasure in his life. Zayashizi, hey, you can't be rude. Tony, yes, even if you are a boss, you can't ignore the rules of internet cafes. Golden Retriever defeated Dog Eyeing Lily. Breakout photos and photos. Evil King True Eyes 6 Flowers. We'll sue you if you don't take photos. Aqua, the water god of wisdom. Yes, if you don't take pictures, I will revolt with Liu Huajiang. Yi Chen, Aqua, uprising and prosecution are 2 different things. Uchiha Madara, cough, you, if you don't believe me, you can ask the leader. He must know what treasure I got. Saying that, Uchiha Madara stuffed Yi Chen with a red envelope in private. Ding. Get. 6 Paths Rinnegan. Yi Chen raised his brows. He didn't expect Uchiha Madara to send his current Rinnegan to himself. 6 Paths Rinnegan is Uchiha Madara's final form, after taking the potion of the gods, and then integrating part of the power of Sage of 6 Paths. Although according to internet cafe regulations, sending 6 Paths Rinnegan to Yi Chen will not draw Uchiha Madara's own Rinnegan, but Uchiha Madara can recharge his 6 Paths Rinnegan, and at least he can get over 10,000 membership points. This red envelope is a bit powerful, and Uchiha Madara really didn't lie, but the treasure he got was very shameful, and he didn't want to take pictures when he died. Yi Chen, ahem. I can testify that the roulette treasure drawn by Uchiha Madara is worth 3000 membership points. Aizen, oh. The leader is really timely. Uchiha Madara shouldn't have given you a red envelope, right? Zayashizi, hey, what a coincidence. Studying with modesty. Orochimaru, seeking the truth. Orochimaru licked the corner of his mouth. Aizen's words really woke the dreamer. There is Aval and Merlin in Dalian. Hey, the leader of the group. I remember that you like watching movies late. Why did you suddenly speak for Uchiha Madara? Tony, haha, it goes without saying that there must be a behind the scenes spy deal. Ding. The system prompts. Tony has been silenced by the master Yi Chen for 10 minutes. Yi Chen, what did you say just now? Aizen, ahem. I just remembered that I haven't given a red envelope to the leader for a long time. There is an Aval and Merlin in Dalian. The leader of the team is wise and martial. Zayashizi, what kind of treasure is that? I'm the woman's representative of this bet. Zayashizi said that if Yi Chen protected the man, the woman would definitely lose in the end. Yi Chen, well, I will send you a picture in private, but you are not allowed to say it. Uchiha Madara also has no opinion. One more person who knows is better than everyone else. Pointing. You received a private chat picture. Zayashizi glanced at her private chat window and burst into a smile. No wonder Uchiha Madara didn't dare to upload pictures. It turned out to be a double ponytail warrior transformation device, similar to the magical girl transformation device, and also attached the image of a woman after Uchiha Madara's transformation from the animation I want to become a double ponytail. The male owner is a woman's gangster who turned sexually a double ponytail warrior. Different twin-tail warriors have different attributes and strengths. Uchiha Madara's double ponytail attribute is very strong. Stronger than the male owner. The hero's attribute is love, the most powerful double ponytail attribute in the world. As for Uchiha Madara's Kanseo, sex, it is written as friendship, only friendship between men, referred to as true love. He. It's no wonder that people in internet cafes don't dare to know that, if it is exposed. The fame of Uchiha Madara will definitely be ruined. However, the treasures of these 3000 member points are really powerful. After Uchiha Madara transforms, He will definitely gain the power of the 6th ordered Dzogchen, or even stronger. It's just too expensive. Zarshizi, I'm clarifying for madam, now that he didn't lie. Expression knowing smile. In other words, after the transformation of Banai's personality, he looks really charming and noble, and his wine red eyes are full of strange charm, and that temperament Zarshizi is ashamed. The female version of the class master picture is found on the internet, and it feels okay. Uchiha Madara. Clarification is clarification. Why add a knowing smile? Zarshi, don't mind the details. Chen. Okay, let's get down to business. Orochimaru, Merlin, Tony, you shouted so much just now. What about the pictures of your treasures at this moment? Orochimaru, Merlin, and I and the others all stiffened. They were unable to reach Uchiha Madara, and instead dragged themselves into the water. The roulette treasures they drew were indescribable. Chapter 224 Final Result, King of Luck, and King of Fortune. Evil King True Eyes Liuha, Gagagamali Big Pigs Trotter, Orochimaru, Comrade Big Shit, why are you silent? Zarshizi, be lenient if you confess, but be strict if you resist. Golden Retriever defeated Dog Eyeing Lily, come on, upload your pictures of your roulette treasures, but almost all of our women have uploaded them. Pikachu, Pika, Misaka Makoto, Pikachu said, you can't be trustworthy. Just now, Yanlingji, Astes, and Misaka Makoto all uploaded pictures of the roulette treasures they got. Yanlingji got a fire seed worth 5,000 member points from a Thirworld. Astes got a piece of armor, which was carried by a white and silver box. Misaka Makoto got a Thunder Attribute Noble Phantasm worth 2,500 member points. Pikachu gets Pikachu's exclusive artifact, Electric Ball. The special attack is doubled, worth 2,000 member points. As for the goddesses Eris, Aqua, and Athena, although they haven't uploaded pictures yet, it is impossible for them to have bad luck. Maybe the King of Luck was born among them. And Orochimaru, they are obviously guilty now. Orochimaru, well, my treasure is worth 150 membership points. It's a holy sword. It comes from the world of the rebellious $1 million King Arthur. Zarshizi, holy sword, why are you ashamed to speak? Zarshizi expressed doubts. Chen, I know, attributes are rubbish, right? Studying with modesty. Orochimaru, it's really rubbish. It's not comparable to Merlin's golden holy sword. The sword of oath victory in Merlin's hand is the noble phantasm of Ninja Castle, the light cannon of destruction, and Orochimaru's $1 million King Arthur world holy sword is as powerful as the light cannon on the woods, and it is not as powerful as his ninjutsu 087. There is Avalon Merlin in Dalian. Orochimaru has confessed, then I'll make it clear. I got a women's magic robe, and the value is the same as the magic robe of flowers on me. The magic robe of flowers that Merlin wore was blessed, and its value was not low. Zarshizi, tweet, women's clothes, the evil king's true eyes and 6 flowers, even if it's a woman's dress, you don't need to hide it. There is an Avalon Merlin in Dalian. There's no need to hide it, but the owner of this magic robe is called Mary, Evil King True Eyes 6 flowers, Mealy. Could it be Merlin's other she? Chen, you guessed it right. She is Merlin in the parallel world, Arthur Pandora's mentor. Zarshizi, haha, it turns out that there is a female version of Medidapig Trotter, but in the female version, do you like men or women? Chen, I can tell you this, Meili's aesthetics are both male and female. Golden Retriever eyeing Lily, what, all men and women, eyeing Lily and Liu who are almost dropped their jaws, such a sturdy female. Merlin Saint Hui, then Merlin Sage Hui mentioned this, and for a moment, the men in the internet cafe moved their chairs a little, trying to stay away from Merlin as much as possible. Merlin's face was covered with black lines. What's with all of you looking like monsters? His orientation is very normal. Although he is no longer interested in these things, he doesn't have enough time to play games in internet cafes, chat, and watch screens every day, so how can he be in the mood to go to healthcare? Chen, ahem, since Merlin has already handed over the pictures, who will come next? King Cad, Orochimaru, Dr. Kenneth, and the binding of Zaozi, Magneto. I got 333 membership points, and my luck is pretty average. Uchiha Madara, you are lucky. On the surface, he got 3,000 membership points, but in fact he lost 7,000 to 8,000 membership points, and he was reluctant to disassemble the double ponytail transforming device, mainly because he paid such a huge price for it, and he was really unwilling to disassemble it like this. Aizen, looks like I'm lucky this time. The potion of the gods can be well researched, and if the research results, it may make the Hukomundo under his control countless times stronger. Drive. Kenes, I got a gene enhancing potion called God's Gene, from the plane of Brother Corpse, Shinono bundle. People got the design of the space battleship and Gundam, worth 2,000 membership points, from the world of Gundam Seed. Chen, Gundam, is there any design drawing for the Freedom Gundam? Chen liked Gundam related animations very much when he was a child, and he liked Gundam figures very much. Shino's bundle, Freedom Gundam. No, all I get is the first and second generation Gundam and space battleships, but Chen source, I can study it, as long as the function you come up with, I will help you realize it. Chen, then first, thank you for accompanying me. Zyrosiski, no need to thank you. Isn't there an old saying in China, you can promise each other with your body? Chen, Chen was stunned, and almost nodded. Liang, you are really welcome. Zyrosiski, it's all a family, so be polite. Luoheo was stunned. The members of the internet cafe are all a family. There is really nothing wrong with this, but the bundle of Zyros he is too cunning. Astes and Yan Lingji silently looked at each other. Shameless, Assad seemed to say, just plain. Yan Lingji nodded silently. Tony, cough, although I know that interjecting now will affect the atmosphere, but I still want to ask, can you give me a copy of the Gundam design? I can use my metadata, intelligent AI Jarvis data to exchange. Zyros his bundle, let's wait for the results of the King of Luck to come out this time. Zyros is he smiled without saying a word. She always felt that someone was going to be unlucky. Tony. Is that a comparison? Or a Chimaru 150 membership points are undoubtedly the lowest. Shinono bundle. Really, what about you, Tony? Hey, who do you think I am? I got a talent copy card. After all, Tony also uploaded the picture. Shinono bundle. The picture is real. The card is real. But are you sure you didn't buy it? Shinobu no doubts. If Tony uploaded the picture earlier, she would not doubt it. But now she doesn't trust Tony to get the talent copy card. Magneto. Tony, if you're a man, you have to be a little bit more responsible. Tony, well, I admit that my reward is not very good, but I want to announce it finally. I want to see who is the luck king first. Maybe the treasures of King and Muto games are worse than me. Tony still held a bit of luck in his heart. Maybe someone got an item with the same low value as him. King, the strongest man on earth. I got the top Conqueror's Haki crystal, worth 1000 member points. Tony, what? Muto game, King. It seems that you are going to go further and further on the road of pretending the strongest dad. Kula la la, King. You are going further and further on the road to the strongest man. Aizen, in terms of pretending, Aizen would like to call you the strongest, King, the strongest man on earth, but I only know conquerors. King's face was covered with a sad expression. Why did he always pretend to have skills instead of practical skills? Really good luck. Chen, actually, it's fine. You play in the dungeon so smoothly, and you have gathered a lot of membership points. Your current strength is enough to deal with some weak monsters. The strongest daddy, yeah, and you have a top-notch conqueror's haki. Roger was only able to reach this level back then. Your conquerors can already deal physical damage. I think Marine Admiral will be fooled by you. Vice Admiral, the following strong people will be stunned by you. King was somewhat comforted when he heard the words, although he was not worthy of the title of the strongest man on the surface, but he was well deserved as the strongest man on the surface. Zayashizi, hee, big shit comrade, there are not many people now, it's your turn, Tony, HMPH, there are also goddesses like Muto Games, Kurama, Wulioki and Aqua. Chen, Akuya and their treasures all have 5000 membership points. Wulioki, Saitama, Kurama, and Aqua have 5,0007,000 points. Isaiah 8000 points. Orthena 15,000 points. Aris 25,000 points, and Tianyuan 30,000. The three goddesses of creation are 90,000, and the king of luck is a Muto game. And the treasure is 100,000 member points. Tony, no way, Muto game is the king of luck. Muto game, why can't I be the king of luck? Does Muto game feel that his luck is bad? Tony was speechless and choked. Muto's luck in the game was not bad. It should be said that it has been very good. Point Tony. What about Slime, Grey Wolf, God Gilgamesh, and the Marquis? Chen, don't struggle. They all reward you better than you. Accept your fate. Tony. In fact, Chen didn't know what Tony had drawn, but the roulette results showed Lucking, Muto game, and the last place, Yunqi Wang. Tony stack. Point Evil King True Eyes Liuha. Hee. Girl Rabbit for a week. Selling poems. I wonder what the world will say about the richest man in the world wearing a bunny girl costume for a week. Point Mei Sakurajima. It goes without saying that the world's headlines will explode. At this moment, Zarshizi, Liuhua and the others all laughed. But they were still a little disappointed when they secretly glanced at Chen. Point It seems that even if they lose, it is not a big deal. Point However, Tony is not reconciled. He still has hope. Point Tony, no, I still have a chance to make a comeback. If you're listening to this novel on a channel other than Fanfic World, it means they downloaded and uploaded it without effort. We cordially invite you to visit our channel, Mundo Fanfic Novelos. There you'll find the original version of this story and you can explore many other novels of various genres. We're waiting for you to immerse yourself in a world of incredible novels. Chapter 225 Mysterious Gift Box, The Realization of Fantasy? Thorenel, you want to turn it around. You haven't told us what the item is that you got. Tony, a set of 2nd generation Iron Man armor, worth 100 membership points. Zarshizi, who are you lying to? If it's the 2nd generation Iron Man mecha, why don't you say it? Tony, for the same reason as Merlin. After Tony knew that he was the king of Yunqi, he didn't hide the truth anymore. His mecha was the female version of Iron Man. Point Evil King True Eyes Liuha. Tweet, is the mecha of the female Iron Man who married Captain America. Mei Sakurajima, what Captain America? True Eyes of the Evil King. Liuha, hee. You don't know about the newcomer when you first arrived. Tony, hey, don't say it. This is my privacy. Point Zyos' bunch. Let's talk privately. Mei, Liuha Jiang. Zyos is very interested in this matter. After all, in the science side, she has never dealt with Tony, and Tony is too narcissistic. Point She hates narcissistic and conceited men who have little ability. Point Tony's technology level in Marvel movies is really nothing in her eyes. If it is Tony in the comic version of Marvel, it is really a scientific overlord who can compete with Thanos. Chen, Tony, you want to compete for luck after opening the mysterious gift box, right? At this time, Chen expressed Tony's thoughts. Tony, that's right. It's only fair. Temporary success or failure is not enough to be a hero. Zarshizi, you sound like a hero. Tony, don't worry. No matter what, I'm also Iron Man, the world's hottest superhero. True Eyes of the Evil King. Liuha, is there any superhero in this world that you show off? Tony, my mechas are super flashy. Point Zarshizi, shameless. Golden Retriever Lee. That's right. Pikachu. Pika Misaka Makoto. Pikachu said, Uncle, you are so shameless. Tony, you think I can't understand what Pikachu said? She clearly said, what does Uncle Hyan mean? Point The words of the internet cafe members, no matter what language, can be understood by everyone, but Pikachu can't type, and Misaka Makoto helps her translate. Point Could there be Misaka Makoto as a translator? It doesn't mean the same thing at all. Point Misaka Makoto, since Pikachu asks you what it means to be dazzling, it means that she thinks you are not dazzling, and you are so narcissistic. If you are not dazzling, what else could it be? If you are not ashamed? Tony, sure enough, only women and villains are difficult to raise. Thorenel, cough. Tony has improved a lot recently, and he knows how to use ancient classics to make fun of people. Magneto. No, don't you forget he has an assistant named Jarvis. Artificial intelligence is easy to use, and he also asked Tony for a system, which made things much more convenient. Point Tony, damn, are you the one who pits me like this? Magneto is really unreliable. Chen, You actually want to say that there is someone who cheats on your son like you, the strongest dad? Cool la la la. I think he thinks the same way. Point Tony. If you do this again, I'll shut myself off. Shizi, autistic? You are taking the opportunity to escape the punishment of women's clothing. Point Tony was at a loss for words for a while and was really seen by me. Shizi. Point true eyes of the evil king. Liuha, women's clothing is indispensable, so you should accept your fate. Tony, I'm not convinced. I'm going to open a mystery gift box. Chen, actually, if you can't open the mysterious gift box, you're all lost. I advise you to give up. Tony, why? Luolin, because my brother knew about the mysterious gift box of me and Aqua, Athena, Eris and the others. Tony, so what? Aizen, my mysterious gift box has also been opened. If I guess correctly, the mysterious gift box is a treasure that must match my own attributes. For example, my mysterious gift box has given me a soul like a god. Now my soul power will not weaker than the Spirit King. Uchiha Madara, my chakra is a real match for Sage of Six Paths. The mysterious gift box that Uchiha Madara opened is also related to his own treasure. Point Tony, so what? Aizen, Tony, who are you? Tony, arms dealer, richest man in the world, genius, superhero, greatest scientist in human history. Aizen, no, you are a weak chicken who can't lift 200 pounds of dumbbells. Tony, I can't lift 200 pounds of dumbbells, but why should I lift such heavy dumbbells? Or a Chimaru, you don't understand this, you are an ordinary person. Will your mysterious gift box have Rinnegan, Zanpakuto? Tony, I don't believe it. What if you give me a set of Godslayer mecha? Chen, the gods killed by the Godslayer mecha can destroy the stars at will, and the value is far more than 10 membership points. Do you think it is possible? Chen directly interrupted Tona's sweet dream. Point Tony, I don't believe in evil. Point ask for flowers. After speaking, he opened his mysterious gift box. Point ding, get, nano mecha design drawing, worth 300 member points. Tony, hahaha, nano mecha, 300 membership points. I'm not at the bottom this time. However, the members of the internet cafe wanted to look at the mentally retarded. When they saw him point his mysterious gift box is only worth 300 points, do you still want to be at the bottom? Xiao's bundle. I'm sorry, my IS mecha comes with nanospace technology. 1S has an absolute defense shield. Weapons are stored in the nanospace, and the mecha is like a transforming device, which can be easily carried as a pendant and wrist point in this technology. The current mecha is much stronger than the nano mecha. Point Tony, no, I don't believe that. Shizi and the others have better luck than me. Shi, I don't even need to open a mysterious gift box. The value of my word magic is more than your 2 lottery draws. 0 evil king. True eye Liuha, me too. Tony, what about eyeing pair, golden retriever eyeing lily? I'm sorry, my mysterious gift box has a Pokemon. Tony, what a Pokemon? Point golden retriever Yinglili, wind speed dog. The catty dog evolved from it. It is worth 500 member points. The strength of the wind speed dog is not weak. And the mysterious gift box draws a full level wind speed dog, about LV50, and there is no problem with cooperating with the skills to deal with the strong below the 5th rank. Chen. So, the mysterious gift box is a treasure with the same destiny for everyone. Shizi, it's no wonder that my mysterious gift box is the book of word spirits, which can store my word spirit magic, so that it won't cause a natural disaster or something with just a few words. The true eye of the evil king. 6 flowers, my mysterious gift box has opened an eye. Xiao's bunch. What? Liu Hajiang. You have an extra eye. Point the true eye of the evil king. 6 flowers, no, it is merged with the true eye of the evil king, water god of wisdom, Aqua. Wow, it actually merged with your evil king's true eyes. What does that look like? Aqua's eyes were shining brightly, and she looked at Liuhua with great anticipation. Point Liuhua was a little embarrassed, because the real eyes of the evil king were fake in the past, but now they have become real. Point the true eye of the evil king. 6 flowers, the fused eye is called the demon eye of the evil king, and its ability seems to be the realization of some fantasy. Point however, looking at the mysterious gift box that got, Merlin said in surprise. What? It turned out to be the realization of fantasy. Chapter 226 cards worth 100,000 membership points. Medidapix Trotter, why are you screaming so loudly? It scares me. Aqua hugged Chen's hand and muttered. Merlin screamed like that in the internet cafe just now. It would really be frightening. Rocker, Kasumi Shiko, Eyeing Lily, Sage Megumi, and Sakurajima May were all slightly stunned. It's just that they didn't complain, and they didn't expect that the one who was most shocked was Aqua. Athena really likes to be with Aqua. So it's a big fuss. The strongest dad. Cool la la la. It's okay to shout suddenly, but why are you so surprised? Merlin, is the ability to materialize fantasy very special? Aizen, I was about to ask about that too. Uchiha Madara, imagination materializes, and the name feels related to illusion. Doctor Kinus, fantasy is fantasy, materialization is realization, and transformation represents progress. I think this is a kind of causal law that turns fantasy into reality and creates something out of nothing. As a scientist, it is easy to associate this term with its ability. In fact, Dr. Kinus had guessed 2. Zyles his bundle. I don't think it's necessarily the ability of causality, the power of the world in the power to create the world can do it. Maybe it's related to the world. Doesn't Merlin's world have restraint? Maybe it's related to restraint ability. In Dalian, there is Avalon Merlin. Human wisdom is unimaginable. Zayashizi, Liuhua. Did they guess right? Evil King Zela and Liuhua kneel for the knowledge of the big guys. The demon eye the evil king she got is a kind of demon eye which can connect to the root of the universe, and its ability is the realization of fantasy. The sight in her eyes will connect with the world, distort and change the world, and the most direct manifestation is to affect natural substances. For example, create a city out of thin air, or destroy a city and create another city, change the natural weather, or turn the surrounding environment into a space in a vacuum state. In the Fate world, there are only a handful of people who have the ability to realize fantasy. And the most typical representative is the one called Tsukuhime and the White Princess L. All in all, this is a terrifying power. If Liuhua's spiritual power is strong enough, it can have the power to affect the entire world, and even the universe. However, Liuhua's own strength is not strong, and her mental strength is insufficient. Her evil eye effect has almost no effect on powerhouses above rank 5. Unless it is accelerator with tier 5 combat power and no tier 5 physique. As long as Liuhua stares at accelerator and turns the surrounding environment of accelerator into a vacuum, accelerator can be eliminated in seconds. The root of Misaka Makoto's ability is to control electrons, and she can also be instantiated by fantasy. Visionary realization is a very comprehensive ability, which can restrain many capable people, and has a high potential for ability development. If Chen had the power of nothingness, and the contracted Pokemon Arceus had the power of creation, he would have considered this type of power. Chen, congratulations, Liuhua, you have acquired a very good new ability, Evil King True Eye 6 Flowers. It's alright, I haven't seen the invisible boundary line yet. As soon as the second disease of Liuhua Middle School came up, bragging was worse than anyone else. Aqua shouted, Liuhua Jiang is amazing, you are the fattest. Liuhua immediately rolled his eyes, where did he get fat? Chen, haha, come on, Liuhua, save enough member points to buy divine potions and strengthen your evil eye. True Eye of the Evil King 6 Flowers, but my Demon Eye of the Evil King is a god level talent, and the effect of the potion of the gods may be less. Liuhua looked sad. Too strong talent also has drawbacks, can't be strengthened. Tony, what? It's a god level talent. Well, Tony has to admit, he's envious this time. I really lost my heart. Chen, actually, Tony, don't be discouraged. After all, you got the design drawing of your future mecha. I don't know how much time you have saved. You are a big step closer to your mecha. Tony, it's still the leader who treats me well. If I were a girl, Zayashizi. Stop, Tony, are you trying to bring Mr. Crooked team leader? Luoheo, do you want to die? Luoheo directly threatened. Athena, goddess of wisdom, the wisdom of my concubine tells me that my death scythe is already hungry and thirsty. Eris, goddess of luck and darkness, I have never used the curse power of the god of darkness. and now I suddenly want to use it. Yanlingji, I just got a magical kind of fire. It seems like I'm trying its power. Asties, I opened an ice power in the mysterious gift box. I think I can try it. Ding. System prompt. Tony retracts a message. Tony. Cough. Cough. I didn't say anything just now. By the way, women's clothing. I lost. Can I promise women's clothing for a week? Hearing this, the goddesses hummed, and it was Tony's interest. I actually want to bring crooked Chen. Courting Death Zero. Tony said that he is innocent. He has always been a straight man. From ancient times to the present, until the destruction of the universe. Thorinal, suddenly looking forward to Tony's woman's for reincarnated slime Limuru. I'm looking forward to it too, Tony. The ghost you expect, you can get it, if you see yourself. Tony won't forget that he was almost cut off by Limuru's women's clothes in the memory video. Reincarnated slime Limuru. Sorry, Miss Jing has gone to the world of Goddess Eris, and there is no women's clothing now. He Tony, you're so cute. And he. Tony shook his forehead. This cute king really didn't have the slightest bit of self-consciousness about his language. Behavior. Reincarnated slime Limuru. Is there? Limuru didn't feel that his language and behavior were cute at all. And he didn't have the slightest awareness the strongest dad. Killer la. Then again, the Luck King and the Luck Abandon King have been decided. Let's have a banquet. Thorinal. Okay, let's have a party. Madara. Wait, after opening the mystery box, is it really the Muto game that has the best luck? Tony. Strictly speaking, the leader of the team with Pluton's magic clothes, luck is the best, but everyone didn't count him from the beginning. Aizen, you don't understand. Madara means to ask what the mysterious gift box of Muto games opened. Can it surpass the supreme gods such as King Quan and the three goddesses of creation? Chen, you can rest assured on this point. The item 3.7 in the mysterious gift box of Muto games is also worth 100,000 member points. Evil King. True Eyes. Liuha. Wow, lucking. So heaven defying. Muto game. Well, I'm not the king of luck, right? The real king of luck is the leader of the team. Hearing this, King typed in, game. It's okay. Everyone is a salted fish in an internet cafe, but you suddenly turned around and became a boss. Magneto. The old man is more curious. What is the mysterious gift box of the Muto game, which is worth 100,000 member points? Muto game. Actually, it's nothing. It's just a card. A card. All of a sudden, the members of the internet cafe were all looking at Muto game. They couldn't believe it. What Muto game was talking about was a simple card. After all, Muto game once said that he was an ordinary high school student. It's so unremarkable. End of this chapter. Thank you very much for reaching the end. Don't forget to like. Looking for more exclusive content and immediate access? Subscribe to our Patreon. Remember, every like, subscription, or donation encourages us to continue. Thanks to everyone. See you in the next video.